Soft amber sky, the crimson of war, descends low over the many edges of the Bastion Edge peaks into the empty valleys of the Pallid Wastes. A battle is about to be waged here. Second army of life stands united. And high above as the clouds sit above this amassed army in front of a tall citadel of bone and ice. Camera, just briefly, is crossed by the figure of winged beasts fluttering to the sky. The last true hope Antalea and all of the many lands may have. Good morning, afternoon, and or evening, and I welcome you all to the finale episode of A Good Death, our Kingdoms in Warfare miniseries. I'm your host, Federation Extreme. I use Foxy as my name, and he, they as my pronouns. But before I talk about me, or anything more importantly than me, I'll talk about my wonderful friends here, the dearest officers of the Caladriai. Their deeds, long, their tale, legendary. I could spend hours regaling you with what they are capable of, but I'd rather they show you themselves. So, friends, in the order that I call you out, please tell me the following. Who are you? Who are you being played by? And what do you feel on the eve of your glorious battle? We'll start, of course, with a man whose charm carries like the fog over a low mountain and whose wit stings like the edge of a sharp blade. I'm talking, of course, about the internet sensation that is Turk Accented.
Oh, I get to go first. I was so ready for it not to be me. But hey, everybody, I am Turk or Turk Accented, if you fill out the right forms. And I am here, and I'm so excited to once again be playing Bo, who at this moment definitely is feeling a great degree of concern for him and all his friends. There is a lot to lose. But that's me.
Take heart, young Beaumont. The weight you feel about your shoulders is not the pressure of the world. It is the hands that have clasped you, that are surging you forward. And they are many. Up next, a woman whose categories in leadership, in knowledge, and in, dare I say, personal, we'll use humor as to be nice, weave a tale that perhaps may stand second to only one in legend. I talk, of course, about the one and only Skepsis Ree, also called Bailey.
Hello, thank you, Foxy. I'm Bailey, or Skepsis Ree, or Ree. I play the character Calpurnia Bonacheski, our Grand Crusader. And I'm dressed up as her tonight. Of course, she fights in a ball gown. And I think I described it as excited but trepidatious earlier, so we'll see how everything goes, because I don't want anybody at this table to die.
History is a curious thing. Those who believe themselves to be peacebringers are often tyrants. Those who believe themselves to be truth seekers are often deceitful. And those who believe themselves less qualified to lead are often those best suited to do so. Up next, a man whose heart rings with faith song, whose smile carries church warmth, and whose deed, whose care for those around him is a legend biblical in nature. I'm talking, of course, about my best buddy, Lucian.
Hey, that's me. I'm Lucian. I'm playing George. And George is feeling determined and hopeful for a peaceful future.
It has been said in the past that the gods give their greatest challenges to those most suited for their wars. And you have never been a warrior, George. You have always been a shepherd. Last, but very, very far from least, we turn our mind to a figure ancient in presentation, stoic in demeanor, but overflowing in love for the world all around them. I talk, of course, about the legendary sacristan, known only as Nora Meld.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nora. I go by Nora Meld online, and I am playing Granky. And I am feeling both nervous and excited. I think we got this. I want us to win.
We all do.
For one who has
Exactly.
already seen the world, for one who has already seen the world fall to a million pieces and piece itself back together at one time. What then to go once more around the fray? This time, perhaps, the last. Right, that just leaves me. I'm Foxy. This is Neon Lights, and this is a good death. Let's settle ourselves back in. My dearest friends, my Caladriai, you are all currently aboard the Cliff Jumpers, these strange avian beasts that the High Riders have called home. Each of you are held with a compatriot, borne aloft as you soar the clouds. Below you, you can already see the first stage of the battle. Skirmishers taking shots, artillery dropping fire. The battle will be long, and many will die. That cannot be avoided. What can be done, what must be done, is simple. Lashketh must fall. So tell me, friends, where does that leave you? Where are you right now as you ascend above, as you prepare? What are you thinking? What are you saying? What are you doing? As I have been waiting so very long to say, my dearest friends, the scene is yours.
I think we're all flying through the air on the back of, what are they called?
Cliff runners.
Cliff
Cliff
runners?
runners.
Yeah. Stressful. Flying in. Are we watching like the battle unfold underneath us? Kinda energy?
You're high enough up that it's hard to make out any fine details. You can see the kind of mass that is each army beginning to clash on the outside of the walls and already hear the din of battle beginning beneath you. It's in its very early stages, skirmishers from each line meeting very close and trading long-range fire of various kinds. You know that it's only a matter of time before officers give the order, charges are made, and the siege itself actually begins. In fact, well, yeah, it's probably not long from there. Only a few minutes or so.
Okay. To start with a little levity, I think Granky is probably afraid of heights, and also gets motion sickness on beasts. So
Why did Granky agree to fly by themselves?
probably because I have a little bit of shame and don't want everybody to know that underneath the mask I'm completely green faced.
Oh no.
Munch,
Uh,
munch,
Do you have like
ginger.
smelling? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have smelling salts like stuffed into your plague doctor mask? So you.
I got a lot of very fragrant flowers that I keep in there. So completely fresh
Absolutely.
batch for the battle.
Your Cliff Runner is a bit older and a bit more kind of wizened, but unfortunately a little more ornery, and so while you're just clutching tightly as you can to the reins and hoping to just stay focused, it almost shudders a little bit. Not as if it's uncomfortable with you, but almost sort of warning you, as if like, you don't want to ruin these. I just got this washed sometime soon. Please don't throw up on me.
I just detailed my wings. Yeah.
Just molted. I got brand new ones. Don't mess them up.
Well, after the camera pans past Emeth, sort of like, briefly into the mask, to see him kind of like holding back and then kind of regaining his composure, we'll pass over some more. And I'm pretty sure towards the front, remind me correctly, Calpurnia and Bo, you two are riding together, yes?
Yep. Someone's gonna.
Let's center in on that for a brief moment, if you don't mind. What that's between you two in this moment? What conversations are had in this moment as you two right along. Jack is flying along, kind of staying focused and straight faced, not far from you two, but is not saying anything to either one of you.
Damn, I want to talk shit about him.
I was gonna
I'll
ask how
hear
well
you.
do voices carry at this space. It seems like it would be loud, right?
There's some decent wind rushing, so you'd have to yell if you really wanted to have him hear you, but he's probably within earshot.
Just bubbling curses under his breath. No. So something that I wanted to do before I forgot. If we're getting closer to our destination and our ride doesn't seem too bumpy or burdened, or like, Bo is definitely driving. I don't know how else to describe that. He's experienced with this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if the weather isn't bad, I think Calpurnia would like to give Bo something. Probably, I don't know, choose a moment where it seems like not all of his attention would have to be on the sky.
Oh, he's
And I don't
like this entire time. He was like so comfortable flying one of these that he's actively looking over and staring down at the battlefield for most of it. Just
okay. Fair.
it's kicked off. Yeah, looking all right.
Well, hopefully everyone is okay by the end of the battle. We don't lose too many.
It'll be a mess
Before
either
we-
way. Yeah, sorry, what?
No, sorry, it's okay. Before we go into this fight, something that I wanted to make sure of, and Calpurnia will hand Bo a vial, a potion. It's pretty easily able to be seen that it is a greater healing potion for him to have. You are the most mobile out of all of us, and I think that George and I will be tied down quite a bit at the front line, so I don't want anything to happen to you or anyone else back there, if I can help it.
Yeah?
Yes?
No, sorry. I appreciate it. I do.
Alright, well,
You got the others for this, or I mean, Granky will probably be in the back as well. Am I just meant to be playing medic for y'all?
no, just if something were to happen, you will be able to extract yourself much more easily to help them out if it calls for that. So I wouldn't, if I keep it, it'll only be useful for myself. And I think that,
Well, that's still important.
yes, well, I have another one, so don't worry too much.
It wasn't just special
But,
for me. Ugh.
You know, you make this very difficult, Bo. I also wanted to give you this, because I know that out of everybody in the fight, you are going to be at the front, but George and I already have the ability to do all of these things. With my heritage and George's background as a paladin. So Calpurnia will hand you another small thing, and it is like a little it looks like a braided piece of hair that has a couple of gold beads along the length of it. And she'll say, this is a favor, I guess, is the best way to put it. If you tie it to your weapon, you should be able to use some of my celestial heritage to assist you in battle. So you might be able to harm them a bit more.
At that, Bo is gonna stand up out of the saddle and just completely turn around and sit back down.
my god.
You're doing what? And he'll take it if you offer it out.
Yeah, she'll hand it to you. I think she was gonna like hand it around the side of you, but you turn around, she'll give it to you.
You really think I'm gonna die if I'm not real careful?
I think it's a great possibility that any of us could die. I think the key is getting to kill Voshketh before he kills any of us. So, the more aggressive the stab, the better, I suppose.
It's true enough, but I mean, you're not allowed to die. Not done with you yet, princess.
I can't say that I enjoy your phrasing, but alright.
I'll stay alive because I have to, and I much like being alive. And we have business. And, you know, like I said, someone's gonna give you a hard time. I don't think you'd like to be easy.
No, I think the last thing that anyone could say about me is that I'm easy. So, I know that we made a promise a while back, and I intend to keep that, so don't die.
Alright, back at you.
I think it's kind of obvious that Calpurnia feels kind of awkward. I think mostly because she can't move in any kind of way. Like, she's pretty stuck in where she is. I think mostly she would typically kind of dismiss the conversation by, like, leaving, but she can't, so... She's gonna try to ignore you now.
Hey, you two, lover birds, focus up. We're getting close.
Leave it to Jack to ruin all the moments, huh? And he'll spin back around. Yeah, we're almost there, I'm sure. Why don't you go on ahead and scout?
You think I ain't done that already? Look, he kind of points. Those raiments up there are gonna have archers. Lots of them. I can drop you right up top, but I can drop you close. Close as I can get you. Then we get the fuck out of here.
That was the deal, and at least you're sticking to it.
I'm very glad
Yeah,
that
don't
he
sound
is
so
actually...
happy about it.
I'm glad that he is actually listening to our deal, so...
Just surprised is all, Jack.
I do love proving you wrong.
Yeah, well, at least I still keep my eye out for this surprise.
He kind of cuts his head away for a while and just... Try to keep your other one. Yeah?
Today is weird. You worried about me now, huh?
Shut up. We're getting close. And he kind of starts banking his guild beak upward somewhat. Another kind of cliff runner arcs around the two of you, and the camera briefly passes over to show two figures in kind of large plated armor covered over in some guild and having those kind of same tapestries and purity seals dripped all over them. In front, one kind of arced down and somewhat, and just... My father actually had me ride a cliff runner once in my youth. It's a bit of a reminder. Suppose I can still do it. You okay back there? A lot of fur under all that armor. And the figure behind them just says, the armor accommodates for the fur well, thank you, Fiera. And frankly, while you're kind of hearing this as it kind of pass over you, you would recognize that voice behind you, behind her as Aislinn.
You didn't tell me you were coming.
You're on your way to end this entire thing. Save a lot of people. I had a family. Back in Shalane. I haven't heard from most of them. If I assume the worst, which I often do, the least I could do is make it so no one else to suffer the same thing. It's only right that I'm here.
Promise me to live then.
Only if you can promise the same thing, Sacristan.
When have I not?
Suppose you have me beat there by... I won't count.
I got you beat by quite a bit. It's not fair.
Well, I intend to keep up, so keep your head out there.
Of course.
Anyone got eyes on
No.
the other clankers?
You mean George and Martin?
Yeah, the clanky ones.
Okay.
And sort of squawky, almost kind of heavier loaded cliff runner will kind of arc below all of you and dip a little bit, but still hold its stride well.
Oh,
and
yeah,
goes
there
up
you go.
somewhat.
Poor thing.
And the camera will follow on over there. George, how are you handling the ride?
Yeah. I think not much is said between George and Martin. If anything, fairly early on, George just kind of puts a hand out. They were just holding hands. That's it.
Absolutely. And I think the camera will kind of slowly zoom in on your hands intertwined as Martin squeezes yours just a little bit tighter. No words having to be said between the two of you, but just that calm acceptance and embrasure of what comes next. Well, if nothing more, friends, I think the camera will next show you all descending, the cliff runners dropping down onto a sort of icy, stone-laden surface. It is smoothed over and rough at the same time, uneven in angles, but perfectly shaped in others. You're all able to descend and drop down, your heavy armored boots or lighter shoes in some cases just dropping onto the lower pavements of the onto the stone. You're all maybe only a single level or so beneath the actual top of the citadel, and ahead of you there is a crystalline staircase carved of perfect ice and bone, which you clearly know takes you exactly where you have to be. What makes you the most curious is, while you can certainly see the archers all around the various raiment that Jack was describing, and they all have their bows nocked and drawn, none of them have fired. Instead, they're all just tracking you. All of them. Just tracking you. Jack is actually the person who says the thing you're all thinking. Fuckers inviting you in.
I was gonna say it looks like they're waiting for us.
It's a little disappointing.
I'm concerned about when the rest of you are leaving. I would be very cautious getting out of here. Once you...
Oh, I'll be certain. We ain't sticking around too much longer. Means you're finding your own way out of here.
Of course, that was the deal. You didn't have to do anything other than drop us off.
Well, he buck-skilled big once. Read about you in the stories.
Does he look like he's about to head off?
He's about to.
Jack, a moment.
He stops.
And he's gonna walk up next to him. Make sure everyone's alright back home. No, you took a risk and I gotta honor that.
Cracks a smile. They say a man feels his best sentiment before he dies.
Yeah, well. Sometimes I just like to get gushy at people at random. Also, I need to keep up old habits and superstitions. And I pull one of his boot knives and it's an old thing, an old memory, I think, of something that they would habitually do to one another, stealing a weapon or item off of one another before a fight.
He looks over. You know I always fucking hated it about you, right? That damn bleeding heart of yours.
But it's growing on you, isn't it?
You fucking wish.
Get out of here. Otherwise I might have to use this on you.
You're telling me twice. Come on! And he kind of bucks Gilbeak, and the other cliff runners all in similar kind of squawk and gasp as they all take to the sky and, well, quickly lose himself amidst the clouds, heading as high up as they can clearly to avoid any return fire that could come from the archers. And while several archers do track them up, not open fire.
I think I'd be more comfortable if they were under arrow fire right now.
Well, let's not look a gift horse in the mouth and be thankful that we don't have to fight our way in.
Wasn't easy the first time. I don't know if I prefer this.
As much as I dislike it, I think maybe you should cautiously scout ahead, Bo, just in case we're not walking directly into a pitfall or something.
I'll keep you safe, and yeah, Bo will take a step and start scanning for traps, triggers, other magical runes of sorts that might be glowing, other than, you know, the giant ice castle.
I will save you the trouble. Again, while the geometry of the place seems very strange, uneven in some places, but perfect in others, there doesn't appear to be any real easy place anyone could make a trap or anything like that. While you're still cautious because you don't know if there's in some way you could just suddenly magically reshape this place or something like that, all you're really answered by is the cold, quiet winter wind howling above you and below you. The stairs await. Do you all ascend?
We're just gonna kind of sidle up to Granky and ask, has this always been here? I'm not the best with maps, but what is this place?
This, do I recognize it as essentially the same, or is it fashioned differently than the previous one?
It's built a bit differently. The architecture much less grand and dramatic, but it's in the exact same place and is made of what seems to be the same general method of construction. So, yeah, it's exactly what it seems like.
Well, it's not as fancy as it used to be. A little bit more utilitarian, but it's in the same spot. It's the same Pallid Citadel.
Fair enough. Were there any traps last time?
Were there?
No, I mean, minus the hordes of undead you had to fight through. But that was last time.
Unless you count, you know, every dead thing possible coming at us as a trap. We kind of knew that was there, so.
Less a trap, more a course hazard.
Oh, I mean, in that case, then George will kind of take a tentative step up the stairs.
An echoing ring as your footsteps hit the stairs, and nothing else.
Calpurnia will make sure to be in front of Granky. She's gearing into human shield mode, so.
Bo will like spring ahead if anyone needs to potentially fall and check for traps, and I'll be aware of things.
Sure. Bo will assume that you're not too far behind George as need be. Fierna, the Crusader, with you does follow up, but sort of to your left, and just, I'm with you, Cap. Let's make it happen.
All right.
I think
Go for it.
I'm burning incense right before we head up, just as a sort of a good luck charm.
Aislet sort of sidles his shield up beside you and draws his armor, and sword up ready. Gives you a nod and follows in, kind of keeping you safe. Well, all right then. Marching order decided. Any final words before you ascend, friends?
Don't die.
Don't think? Yeah.
Fiona, how many battles have you fought in?
Did you ask Granky?
Enough that I'd...
Oh,
Yeah,
no, sorry. Sorry.
Enough that I'm only partially afraid.
Puts the egg back into the... Alright. Well, stay close with everyone and try to keep Granky safe. You know how the older elves get and how brittle the bones are, you know? We'll be hearing about it for ages if we let them get hit too much.
Easily done. As you wish. And kind of settles their shield and blade up as well and steps sort of to the left of you. As the rest
Wait a
of you
second.
ascend... Sorry, please.
Bo traveled this entire way on a flying beast with an egg in his pocket.
He's good.
Just in
He's
case.
good. He's good. He's good.
Grew up riding cliff rope.
He's good.
Animal handling is up and plus
Bold of you,
9,
alright.
so...
Bold of you to assume there's
Sorry.
only
The
one.
real,
It's just-
the real, the real test of how you become a high rider is you have to travel from point A to point B with an egg in your pocket and it can't break.
All right.
You rise the rank by
That's
adding more
fine.
eggs.
Yeah.
Mm.
That Bo's egg riding aside, we're gonna slide over here. As you all step up towards the stairs, you are all greeted with, well, several figures all around you. The slight stink almost frozen over in the air, but you are certainly able to tell behind their rusted armor and the glowing blue behind their helmet faces, they are all dead soldiers, standing in either position, shields and weapons ready, facing towards you, shuffling and slowly rotating as you all step into the room. At the top of the stairs, George, you see him first with Martin. Calpurnia next, Bo, shortly after, and Granky. You, perhaps hardest, see not one, but two familiar faces. Voshketh, which you have all already seen once, stands wreathed in shadow and icy sort of fog haze at the back of the room. And in front of him, in a center position, a figure, perhaps a bit larger than you remember, stands in dark black plate, crusted over with old, dried blood. What he wields in his hands, however, is Godbreak, a twin-handed hammer you have seen several times before, wielded by an old friend, General Crow. Voshketh takes a single step forward. Your arrival has been awaited, champions. I thank you for attending this fair.
That's low of you.
He looks over at the general. Understand that it was not meant to be personal.
Forgive me for my manners, but I don't really care for monologuing, so let's get this going.
He looks at you for a brief moment, Calpurnia, and then looks back at Granky and gives an almost knowing look. It's not a smile, but in a, you know what I'm thinking right now.
Stinky.
The armored figure takes a single large step forward, the room shuddering just a bit with a stride. The hammer comes up. You are the new champions of this army of life.
Good to see death hasn't robbed you of perception.
It has robbed me of very little, unfortunately, including rest.
Well, we could always help you with that.
Yeah, no hard feelings. Calpurnia's gonna throw a javelin at him.
He doesn't even look. It just, like, yeah,
Oh.
you, like,
Let me know when the battle actually starts, because it's for a thing.
it's fine. As he just kind of like just takes a single step forward and just, I had wondered long what the world would become in the aftermath of my passing. I am still curious to see what it has made. Show me then, champions. Show me the strength of your arm. Show me the conviction in your hearts. Voshkath takes another step forward. I believe I agree with the madam here. I don't find myself one for monologuing. Shall we then? And, let's start the thing. Friends, if there's nothing more to be said, I will shuffle you all over towards the battle map. We have already taken the liberty of rolling our initiative, my dear friends. There is only one thing that remains to be discussed. In Kingdoms and Warfare, we have power dice, special abilities that domain leaders can use in battle with a certain pool. The players have already rolled their power dice. They are already aware of how many they have available. I, however, have not rolled mine. And so, I will do so thusly. Because this is rolled when the actual battle happens, and because they're undead, I think it makes even more sense that I do so after they're already gone. I am still going to roll for Necrotech Grawl and the Grave Captains. Meaning, in grand total, I will be rolling those 6 d8s first, followed by one more.
That's quite a few.
As they are domain size 3.
Size 3, yeah.
So, I will denote all those rolls accordingly. So I have from highest to lowest, I have an 8. I have a 7. I have a 5. I have 6. I have a 6. I have a 5. I have a 3. And I have 2 1s. They are slotted into my pool accordingly, and I will be aware of what abilities I can use with them. They'll be aware the only people who can use those abilities currently are Krell and Voshkath. The others are dead as it stands. And I mean dead, not undead, dead. That said, initiative's already rolled. Combatants, you were placed on the map accordingly. Let's make it happen. Calpurnia, you have the opportunity to start us off.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Yeah, I'm going to throw a javelin at Krell.
Please. Yes. Krell, you got it.
Steven, actually.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. I forgot. Rage. Raging. As part of my bonus action, raging. Yeah. As part of that action, I can move half of my movement speed. So that's going to be half rounded down, so 10. So I'm going to move 10 feet. This doesn't count as movement. 5, 10. And how far away from him am I now? I want to try and...
how far are we from you now, actually, is a good question.
Let us see.
Oh, you're not that far at all.
I'm throwing
before
at
you do
Krell.
anything, I'm actually gonna... you go ahead and throw a Krell. I'm doing something else. You go ahead and do your thing at Krell. You go make your attack roll at Krell. But just know that as you start your turn, Voshkath is going to activate the ability that they have by having Resolve 2, meaning he gets to, as a reaction, cast a spell against you. So he's going to go ahead and hit you with a little bit of spell action. It's gonna Eldritch Blast. Yeah, I think is the game plan here. Actually,
fun. Got it. Good thing I raged.
Just
you
a
take
nice
that.
Little Eldritch Blast.
Well, technically, this happens at the start of your turn, but I guess your rage still happened. It's fine. I'm not going to be that mean about it. I'm going to assume that hits you on 24, though.
Oh, yeah, it hits.
Cool. Did I not put the damage in? Or... Oh, that should
It's
be
3.
2, sorry. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, no, sorry, I fucked that up. I should roll the attack again. My bad, that's my bad. Ignore that 10 there. That's me. I haven't casted a spell in a very long time. My bad.
I take 1 damage.
So that's okay. So there's that, and then here's the second one. So that's 9 damage from the second one.
Don't try to show us my description.
And then a third one come at you. Does a 15 hit you?
A 16? No, my armor class is 17.
Well, then the third one will miss you then.
You've knocked me down to 100 hit points. I'm going to. I don't think I can get to him right off. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Nope, just short.
You are 5 feet slower, remember.
I know, I have 40 feet of movement.
Oh, well, never mind. There you go. Have fun.
That's a lot of
Yeah. Yep, I'm pretty fast.
That's a lot of movement.
It's just one of those things. She like takes out two swords, or she takes out her javelin, and then just starts like charging and throws the javelin at General Kell. So
Krell.
let's
It's
see
an
if
R
I
there.
Krell. Okay.
We're gonna beat the R off of him.
Yeah, it's
Good luck.
just so tiny. I can't read it from my point of view. Okay. I will roll recklessly. 24 to hit.
Absolutely hits him.
Excellent. For not very much damage. Plus my rage, so that's 11 hit points or 11 damage.
11 damage. Does he have any? I didn't give him any of those. It's fine. He doesn't need them. Let me put his number in there though, real quick, if you don't mind. 11 total, you said?
Yes, but more
Absolutely.
importantly, what that does is that activates my ancestral protectors. So a line of gold spectral creatures, beings, relatives of Calpurnia's appear in front of him, and every time he tries to hit anybody else other than me, he is going to roll with disadvantage.
Noted.
The that
anything
also this yes. Oh, sorry, that's more important if you try and hit somebody else. I get another attack because I have multi-attack, so I will throw
for it.
another javelin at him. $16. That's not very good.
16 is not going to hit him, unfortunately.
Okay. And then I've already bonus action raged, so.
You charge through Calpurnia, necrotic energy leaps at you from Vashketh's finger that it kind of scalds your armor some, but you keep charging through. You reach towards Krell and throw two javelins. The first one embeds into his shoulder armor somewhat. The second one just blinks off of it. He spins the hammer somewhat. And you can see his head almost kind of turn somewhat. Asimar, royal-blooded. This will be interesting.
Okay, that's all I could do.
George, I think it's over to you. George, it's on you.
Yes. George is gonna start off by using a bonus action to cast Sanctuary on Granky.
Absolutely.
Yay!
Granky, a shield for your protection.
Yeah, thank you for protecting Granky, our most vulnerable victim.
And that's using my
Much appreciated.
Herald Chaplain ability. And then I
Absolutely.
will move.
What's this look like? Is this just what's that? Does that look like anything important? Or is it just like a brief moment of like flashing holy power over them? It's up to you.
No, it's not even, I wouldn't even say like it's a bright flash. It's just like a very dim momentary glow of holy power.
Like
very
Dark Souls.
unassuming.
Yeah, absolutely. That sort of glow kind of almost emanates out of you briefly and illuminates around Granky. And Granky, you remember back in the First War, entire armies of paladins and of light aligned holy warriors would kind of emanate this glow around them. You can almost feel it sort of radiating from the battlefield, and it feels very similar. Although it's not necessarily like the exact same. The light is much more diluted with the gods now gone, but you certainly feel that same radiant fervor in George's heart. Please take it from here, Lucian.
Yes, and then I'll call out, Granky and Bo, which way are we going? It's a big room.
I've got the left.
I was planning on right.
Sounds good to me. And George will move to the right. So I will go to here. Martin will be near him.
They were roommates.
And I will use... roommates. I will also channel my... Yeah, I'll use Channel Divinity. Sacred... What is it called? That one. Sacred Weapon.
Absolutely. Tell me what happens here. How's this look? Take me in here, friend. What's happening here?
Yeah, George will kind of almost kneel down to where the point of his shield is touching the ground. And you see him pause for a moment, and there is another brief flash of holy light, this time centered almost entirely on his sword that he has reaching out. And then he stands back up, ready for the fight.
Absolutely. Again, George, although you are sort of up in the sky and there you can see how heavy the cloud pall is all around you, there is a warm glow of light radiating out from you, and Martin remains close to it, almost emanating in and basking in that same warmth from you. Take it away.
That's it.
All right. I guess, you know what? This technically does say it just makes an attack. It doesn't have to be against the person I do it with. So, Krell's also going to use the ability they get as for having Resolve 2, and he's going to attack Calpurnia this turn, if that sounds cool, because he has reach.
Dare you?
You can try.
He's going to try that. Here's the first swing. 21 hit you?
Yes.
And he has multi-attack. He's going to try, so he can hit you twice. Can he do this?
You tell me what type of
yes.
damage it
Second
is.
one. First, I'm gonna roll this thing first. Let me just do the damage real quick.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me just go ahead and do that real quick. So yeah, go ahead and take the damage. It's gonna be 14. Calpurnia, I need you to pass the DC 15 strength save.
Okay, so 1 second. I have to do a bunch of reductions here, because
Go for it.
I also have the ability, one of my spectral guardians pops up in front of me and reduces that damage by 2d6.
Roll it.
3.
Drops it by 3 as one of your guardians steps forward and Krell just smashes through them with the hammer.
Okay, so that is 4 damage.
And then
Okay,
he
and-
will.
Strength save?
Yes, DC 15.
Okay. I am raging, so that is with advantage. That is a 23.
You're fine. As the hammer hits you, Calpurnia, you have your your swords up high. You have to cross both of them, and as the hammer strikes you, you sort of skid back just a little bit, but you do not hit the ground. And you can see sort of Krell's eye behind the helmet quirk up somewhat. You are strong.
I know, the dress is deceiving.
And he will say, "Not likely. My wife my wife hit twice as hard." And he kind of spins his hammer as well, and comes again for a second swing. Another strike, and 23 damage that time, and one more strength save.
Okay. I can
While
only
you're
do
figuring out
this
reductions for that,
once. Oh, okay.
while you're figuring that out, Bo, we're over to your turn.
All right, shiny face, you're following me. And as he runs past, already rapier clearing the side here, I'm gonna have a nice little chat with this risen soldier, and we'll provide you a nice little slice with that.
Absolutely hits your friend.
That's a 19.
That's a nat 20!
If I had advantage, it'd be about 20. Do I have advantage for any reason? I don't believe so, because I am not an assassin rogue.
I couldn't say that was the case.
Let me
so-
double check on. You don't need advantage on the rolls. You just sneak attack against creature within 5 feet of it. So my sneak attack will apply, which is good.
Okay. Yep.
Because
But yeah,
no
you
other
hit them
within
absolutely.
5 feet. So yeah, let's get some damage rolling for that. Oh my gosh, sorry, I have one eye to work through all these screens.
You're fine.
Okay, so it's 8 piercing damage. Ignore the +4. But here comes the sneak attack for an extra 10, so 18 total damage. Yeah, he is immediately moving forward and will be a very form-fitting rapier lunge into right around. This is like a skeletal creature, yeah. Armored at all? Just a little bit.
There's some armor on it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It just literally, with expert dexterity, finds an area in the right above the neck guard there to reach all the way back towards the spine, and with one kind of flick, and brings it up so as to remove the head of the skeleton entirely.
So stumbling off in the distance as the body just takes like a swipe at you with an arm very weakly and then just crumples to the ground in front of you. Fiona gets to move and do her own thing as you want, but you can finish your turn if you like.
Yes, I want to make sure that I use all the parts of the movement. So I can go another 10 here, and I think I will.
You
Fiona,
include your -5 in that, yes?
yes, I only have. I was only 25 feet of
I figured
movement.
you're
It was
fast.
15 and 10.
Okay, cool.
And so for her though, she's got 25 feet of movement. Yeah, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So I haven't hit this one in particular, but even still with my hit, does that apply to the rules, or should I have her roll it?
Yes. Yeah, no, it's if you hit, they hit. They don't need to actually,
Yeah.
roll. So just go ahead and
All right.
roll their damage. I'm pretty sure it's, yeah.
We both created with advantage. So that's melee weapon attack maximum for a total of 15 slashing.
Fiona comes up beside you, almost literally spinning around you, and with the back swing of her sword, decapitates this guy. Sort of takes like the upper shoulder, like the shoulder and head all full off in one swing. Dead. Not a problem.
And would it be on my turn? I think I'm going to start channeling the my ability. So the next strike, as a bonus action, will be plus 1d8 radiant damage. As
Tell me what that looks like.
so he starts as he is approaching after finishing off this first one, he starts focusing, and we see that the favor is interwoven into and around the guard will begin to glow in his hand, and the blade begins to increasingly shine. Right now, it is like it's got a magical aura, obviously, but it is not by any means some great divine sword that a crusader might wield. But it's continuing to kind of bloom and flow, the strands of hair sort of almost seeming to provide strands of radiant magical energy. Oh, there's the
All
works.
right.
That's convenient.
As it begins to kind of hum and sort of the camera pans around as Calpurnia is slugging it out with the massive General Quell, and George is kind of reaching forward and channeling his divine aura. Bo and Fiona already slicing away and going to work. The camera moves around. Sackerson, it's over
Yes.
you.
Hey, Foxy, if you don't mind,
Fantastic.
I totally forgot to attack with Martin. Do you mind if I do that?
Oh, yeah, please, go ahead. I'm so sorry. Greggy, if you have movement, you can go ahead and do that as you would like. And while you do that, George, go ahead and make your make your attack roll with Martin, please.
Yeah, so Martin's just gonna throw a sacred flame over Martin's shoulder, or over George's shoulder while he's doing that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. I think it's a DC 14
What save?
Dex.
Oh no, actually, that's not the worst stat.
And this is just
18.
at the
Hello.
Okay. Forget, is it halved or should yeah, so half damage, so I should roll 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Half damage.
Yes.
Martin is level 5 though. Yes.
Yes.
Cantrip then should be 2d8.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's level 5. He's level 5 now.
There you go.
So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, half down to 6.
Yes.
Martin's blast sees the skeleton burning off its non-weapon arm. 5. Whatever, doesn't matter. I'd like rounding up sometimes. Big numbers make me happy. I don't know. You blast off one of the skeleton's arm, but it still kind of brings its weapon arm forward and keeps trudging towards you. Artemis, sorry to interrupt. Back over to you, friend. What do you got?
No problem. Moved as up right there. I moved myself up to here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast the Wall of Fire, which is a, as it sounds, a roiling flame wall that, let me see if I can get this just right. So what I want to do is I want to go through. Can you all see this line?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
through
absolutely.
there, basically. I'm not sure how to draw that, but
How long is it?
60 feet.
Can you
I
measure
want to basically.
From you?
No,
from, like, here?
it's within 120 feet. I can do a 60-foot line. It's 1 foot thick and 20 feet high. On one side, it does. So on one side, it does no damage, and on the other side, and within 10 feet of that other side, it does 5d8 fire damage to anyone immediately, and then anybody ending their turn within 10 feet of that side of the wall.
All right.
So basically, all of these guys are in that fiery damage immediately.
Yep.
So
Sounds
they
like
all-
it to me.
And it is a saving throw, which they have to hit my my spell save, which is where's that at? It should be immediately available to me. Hello.
Uh-huh. I will do this a few at a time since it's going to matter.
Yes.
What's the save, by the way? What kind of save?
It is a
Don't say it. Don't say it.
God,
Don't say it.
I have so many windows open for these.
You're fine.
It is a. Damn it, come on. Where the fuck is it? There it is. It's fire damage, and they make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I will work on that now.
Yep,
For
fantastic.
soldiers first. First one is okay. Second one, going up in the row. We're gonna do the one close to the wall first. Is I think okay. Third one is also okay. And then we'll do the rhymers in next, who I know are I'm pretty sure worse at this. So let's see how this goes. Maybe they aren't. They are in fact worse at this. Ouch. That's one fail.
Okay.
That's what's the
A
DC again?
pass. That's a pass. It's four.
Pass?
The DC 15.
Uh-oh. And then it's Krell. Let me take this save real quick, and then maybe we should probably cut to a quick break while we fix some stuff, yes?
Yes. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm ready, and it takes a lot of damage.
Krell fails. 24 damage in total. Is it half for people who passed it?
Yes. So it's all immediate
Okay.
damage there, and if they pass through it or if they end their turn there.
All right, awesome. Then I will figure that out right now, and we're going to take a quick break and be right back when we figure out some tech issues. See you guys in just a moment, all right?
See you soon.
And we return. Apologies for the brief break, friends. As we slide back into the action, we see a wall of flame erupting from the side wall of the of this massive area on top of the citadel and roiling across these various undead. We then follow the camera freaking through the heat of flame as we noticed the caster of said wall of flame, Emeth. Take over as you would.
As this wall of flame goes up, you see the spark coming from my my lantern lighter, and in that moment, I notice where the flame ends on General Krell, and make eye contact for a moment. You've looked better, old friend.
As the flame sort of kind of roils across him, and he looks back at you and just, putting it lightly, dear Emeth, you look well.
A bit older, but no worse for wear. I'm sorry.
Apologies are not needed. This is the commonality of war. Show me what you have learned across all these years. Show me humanity is still worth something.
It always has been.
And he nods as the flames still kind of caress around his shoulder armor, and he kind of swipes it away with a hammered blow and goes back to crossing both with Calpurnia. The undead look noticeably more wounded and injured, but they are absolutely still moving. Is there more for your turn?
I still have to do, that doesn't count as an attack, so I gotta do, Ezreal's attack.
Yeah, no, they cast, if you cast a spell that includes a save or an attack, that also counts as a hit attack. So,
Okay,
yes, that
cool.
counts.
Gonna hit then.
Aislet hits, and he immediately gets to do his 1d12 plus 3, I believe.
Yes, I'm trying to find the hit button. Hit for me.
You know, you should just, and then just click the attack button.
Okay.
Just click like the word attack, yeah, like just like that. There you go. 6 total, which is just shy. Oh, Aislet comes and drives their sword into the skeleton, pushing them down to the ground, but it is still struggling with its one good arm and its mouth snapping and gaping at around. Anything else?
I think you can hear Ezlet reciting the prayer under their breath.
Absolutely. They drive the creature forward, sort of almost as the creature brings its hand up, they almost sort of bat away the sword with the shield arm and just, you will not best me, creature, and drives the sword further, continuing to murmur that prayer softly as they focus.
That's all for me.
Yay, my guys get to go now. All right, let's start with the Risen Soldier right next to A's, who's actually just going to attack because they're dead anyway, so there's no point in them moving very far. So let's start with the Risen Soldier right in front of Elzit, who's going to take a swing at them because moving would mean I get attacked, and I don't want to die, friend. I mean, I'm gonna, but there's an attack. A 17. Actually, I think they have AC 18, so funnily enough, that's actually not going to hit.
Damn.
They swing, and their sword bats away off of the shield, and they are not able to inflict any damage. That's it for them, as they're going to stay right there. The other one is going to... It's going to move. It's going to go ahead and take its way through right here. They get 5 more feet of movement. So they're going to go right to... Actually, no, that's not true. That they don't get that. That's only officers. But they'll get to right there to you both, and they'll take a swing at Emeth, because I need to hit something today. Here's an attack against you. I'll roll a 9, and they won't hit you. So that one also trudges forward and swings at you, flame still licking it, but your heat is so hot that it just melts through half of the sword and turns it into a broken, shattered blade, which it just cuts against the side of you and unfortunately isn't able to sort of swing forward. That leaves this Rhyme Risen over here, who's going to take a step forward to here. and will also take a swing at Elslet. Sorry, I have to keep moving through several different character sheets at the same time, and it's not very easy. A 22. I hit something this turn.
Yes.
So that's going to be so you need to make for me a DC a Constitution saving throw. The DC is going to be 10.
Does 22 work?
You take absolutely no damage.
I have all these auras, and you haven't needed any of them.
As Elzit just drives the shield down into the other creature and brings it around to block another blow from the larger skeleton, and that's unfortunately all they had going for them. So I'll go with the other group. Oh hey, the other group has 2 people already dead.
Oh, who did that?
No, sorry, actually, it's not that group. It's this group. Who, you know what? California's in the 1v1 right now. We're gonna let that rock out. 5, 10, 15, 20,
1v1. That's
25, 30.
Very, yeah.
And it's going to make an attack. I'm gonna hit Granky one of these days. I should be near anymore. A skeletal minion dives through the flame. It's almost loping stride, kind of carrying it forward as it brings a broken, shattered blade forward and tries to swing down at you one more time. A 10 is probably not going to hit you.
Nope.
Yeah, what my rolls?
But...
It's boss fight. Boss fight bias. That's fine. This other one's going to only get. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I keep moving the damn that thing. Sorry.
Listen, it's all helpful for me if you do that. So you know.
Listen, it's fine. Okay, George, I'm going to attack you this time. Is it going to matter? Probably not.
No.
Nope. I can't roll today. Like, they have a +4. Why am I getting such low rolls? I don't think I've rolled higher than a 10 for these guys, except more than like one time. It's fine. I'll bitch about it later.
I haven't hit some of my players in so long. You're fine.
Yeah. Let's go. This guy's movement. 10 feet. 20 feet. 30 feet. And he'll actually, you know what? I lied. He's actually gonna go just like to right here. He's gonna remain right there, and he'll hold an action for anyone who moves past him to attack them, because that's the best that I got right now, unfortunately. Yay! Someone actually competent gets to go now. Dear Vashket, who has just been kind of standing in the background watching this whole battle take place, is going to step forward into the fray thusly. He will take. Actually, you know what? As you'll see him kind of almost disperse into almost like gaseous spectral wraith-like form, he'll take to the sky. He'll move 20 feet up and 25 feet forward. So he is 20 feet in the air right now in his wraith form currently, and is going to do some spell casting. Why not?
That's rude.
Bow. No. I think I haven't necessarily done any swinging at you at all, and that's not a thing that I think I should let ride out. Oh, perfection! I love this. I love the range that I have to you right now. Bo, you'll see Vashketh swing his hand, and just a cold wind will blow across and sort of blast over you, literally beginning to build ice and frost on the rim of your jacket and your clothing. Does a 15 hit you?
15 just hits.
Oh, well then you're going to take only 2 cold damage. I rolled the lowest I could.
I'm going to use my reaction.
You have...
Oh, what's up? Go for it.
I'm sorry, go ahead, please.
I was going to use my reaction to bring that down to 1 damage instead.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you'll take the 1 damage, but more importantly, you have disadvantage on your tech roll. Because the cold is affecting you the cold is chilling you very, very strongly right now. I really wish I had more effective spells, unfortunately.
That's kind of huge.
Action, though.
Don't worry.
Yeah, as a bonus action, though, I am going to use an ability, finally. I'm going to pull that... yes. I got it. I am going to pull that 5 from my dice pool, and I am going to cast the ability with the bonus action, knee deep in the dead. Foshcats will flick his hand the other way, and around you 3, you will notice, let me get to my GM lair properly, the following extra minions appear.
Is that a spell or is that an ability?
It's an ability.
Damn it. Go ahead.
He cast the frostbite, but you know.
Yeah, but that wasn't. That's not
it's
enough
gonna
to.
be-
That's not enough to do anything to it.
Damn it, he read my
Fair
blitz.
enough. You are clever. And he kind of flicks another hand, and you'll see amidst the four of them, we're going to take, additionally, one more Rhyme Risen's going to assemble. Yay! I did something really effective this turn. I'm gonna give these guys a color real quick, because they don't have a color. But while I do that, I'm going to move on to this group back here's turn. We'll go for, you know what, we'll do some Calpurnia fighting, because there's not enough people fighting Calpurnia right now, I think.
Don't respect the 1v1.
Sorry, the other group had it, but this group does not, unfortunately. Let's see how well these guys are able to put damage on a person this time. Calpurnia, face the wrath of the short sword.
17 hits. That's my AC.
Ah! 4 piercing damage.
I'm happy for you.
All right, okay. See, these guys can hit you. They can hit you.
If anybody's gonna get hit, it should be me. So
7 more
That's true.
piercing damage. And this Rhyme Risen will stride forward to here and take the place with his friend. They don't necessarily need to be attacking anything. He's just going to hold his action. This guy actually does get to roll an initiative real quick, which I should be doing, but that's not super important right now. What's more important is that yellow group gets to go now. So I guess I'll step around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bo, I'm gonna try to hit you again.
You might.
The Rhyme Risen sort of creeps around the side of the pillar, Bo. It comes blade first from your blind side, as you're already still dealing with the cold from Voshkath.
I think
But
you'll
it
find
is a slow and
I'm
overburdened creature.
very used to attacking where my missing eye is, and so as soon as I hear rattling, I step back and push the sword far away from me.
It just embeds into the frozen pillar next to your head as the creature kind of hisses and growls at you and rips it out of the ice and sort of continues to stride forward. I think that's... Oh, of course, I almost forgot Krell. I'm so sorry. I was gonna step forward to here. You know what? I guess I gotta keep the 1v1 going. Why not? I suppose. I really
It's
wanted
already
to
not a
pass
1v1
the,
anymore.
I think
Yeah,
he
it's
also
not,
takes
but
damage from the firewall, right?
He
So
does.
if it ends, start your turn or end your turn.
If he ends his turn, yeah. Which, I mean, I guess he could. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll be smart here. He can go 5, 10.
Did you move out of range by doing that?
So if you step over to the spot you were in just now, you wouldn't be in the firewall, and you could you could still attack, so you'd be fine.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm gonna do. Perfectly. Yeah, no, you're right.
Still
That's the
be
move.
within 5 feet. I don't want
Yeah,
you to do
we'll do
that,
that.
mind you, but
I mean, he has reached 10 feet anyway, but doesn't necessarily matter too much. So I'm gonna just stay right where he is, actually, because that's perfect. You know what? No, that's fine. I should just gonna go there. I don't know. I'm overthinking things. I'm sorry for overthinking things. He's gonna attack you again, Calpurnia. Here comes the hammer again. That's a 9. It's not gonna hit you, unfortunately.
Okay. Try
But he'll
again.
bring
You
a second
rolled a
attack,
lot of
and his-
that ones.
Yeah, I'm not rolling very well today. His second strike is gonna use a different ability with second attack and hit you with that.
That one.
Which is going to be. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dexterity.
Yes.
Alrighty. That's definitely not one of my worst stats. Don't worry about it. That's 19.
Oof. All right, then you're only going to take the half damage, which is going to be. I should have put this in. Did I put this down as a thing? Unfortunately, let me see if I did. I didn't, unfortunately, because I'm not.
3d8 plus 3 though.
38. I just didn't put it as a macro,
did.
unfortunately. Sorry about
It
that.
did roll. It rolled during the beginning. Damage
Oh.
18.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. I don't know that. 18 damage then. Sorry, half of that. So 9 damage. Which is probably less because,
Okay.
barbarian, obviously. That's how that works. That is sadly both of his actions as well. I will roll initiative for my last little group of guys here as we swing back around to round 2. Voshkath is kind of hovering behind Threll. Threll is sort of so moving forward and swinging as he kind of brings his hammer down. Tell me, little one, But where do you hence? To whom do I know? Do I have the honor of flashing weapons? And yeah, it's
Is
on you.
he
Yeah, your turn.
asking?
Yes, he's asking you.
Oh. Calpurnia is not that badly injured, so even after taking quite a few blows from Krell, so I think she will definitely be like, well, one of you isn't effective enough, so I'll take you on as well if you want. I do have 2 swords after all.
All right then. He kind of glances over and says, "Ah, yes, the small fry." And he kind of almost like still holds the weapon against you, but gives you a look as you go to make your moves. Go ahead, do your thing.
It's my turn. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I will, as my bonus action, activate my radiant consumption. Spectral gold wings come out of Calpurnia's back, and then all of the places where her like cuts or wounds or whatever would have been, they're instead glowing gold, almost as if light is trying to escape out of her.
Beautiful.
And this just allows me to do extra damage to any creature within 10 feet of me. So
All right.
I will do my regular attack against Krell, because he's right there. So, recklessly. It's an 18. Does that hit?
It's.
Hits? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Plus an extra 2. So that is going to be 16 damage for the first hit. Plus.
Oh, you brought him below 100 health.
Yay. Plus. So plus 3 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then my secondary attack. Oh, 16.
16 does not hit.
Okay. That's fine. These other little guys beside me also take 3 radiant damage. As well as myself.
They'll take the -3. As you sort of step inside of the attacks of the skeleton and sort of move into Krell and swing once and then twice, the first one nicks off some of the armor, the second one clashes against the side of Godbreak, and he pushes to the side and says, "A northern inside guard. Clever. Dantail folk." He kind of moves forward and just says, "You're supposed to step left after that counter blow," and kind of just presses the hammer down onto you more. It's almost like, again, like you said, he's kind of just taking your measure.
Everybody.
Anything more from you?
I will do through this creature space and just move to that side.
Wait.
You know that's Krell too, right?
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just moving around
Okay.
in order to get closer to certain things on the map.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I'm not
Are you
moving
gonna
at
do
him
the
anyways.
thing?
Oh, wait.
He's gonna do the thing, because why would he not do the thing?
Oh, you mean an opportunity attack? I don't leave his range.
Yeah.
Yeah, hasn't left the range.
Oh.
So I haven't
you're
left
right,
any
fair. Never mind,
space
ignore
at
that
all,
then.
So.
Yeah, no.
Ignore that entirely. Okay.
Pathfinder, you'd be fucked, but.
Yeah. Nope, I'm fine. Okay.
All right then. Chaplain George of Bayheart.
Yeah, hold on.
There are undead swarming you, though they are melting. It's your turn, however.
That does change one thing. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to do math. Trying to do geometry.
My favorite.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna... So George is just gonna attack. He's gonna attack at the Arisen Soldier on the left. So...
Do it.
Roll that.
Hits
Yep.
him.
Great.
Don't even... You deal more than 1 damage. He's dead, trust me.
Alright. My second attack is gonna be on the Arisen Soldier directly in front of me.
You swing the flail left, smash an undead halfway apart, back swing and bat the other. It also only had 1 health, so
Great. So Martin's gonna cast this fireball.
Oh boy.
That's what I mean. Where I have to reposition this now. It's gonna go right here
Mm-hmm.
for that.
That's hitting
Sweet,
both Rhyme
sweet.
Risen and
All 3 risen soldiers, including the one diagonally down and to the right.
You can
okay, got it.
you can hit them both because it's a 20-foot radius, right? For fireball.
All right, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah, you
hitting.
hit that-
Then
It's hitting everything
whole-
in
let's
that
do some dex
area.
saves. Rhyme Risen first. Fail. Probably fail.
It's 14, so that's a fail. Yeah.
Yep. In that
It includes
case,
this
let's
one
do
right
the
there.
Yes, it
let's
includes
do
all
the Risen
4.
soldiers then.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll do all 4 of them. Give
Sorry.
me just a moment. No, you're fine. You're fine. I just gotta pull up the sheet because I forgot where it is. First one. Second one.
Yes.
That one succeeds.
Third one. Fourth one. Yo, that one guy, just the second one over there is insane. All right, go ahead and roll damage. I'm sure this is not gonna matter.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
in
yeah,
number
yeah.
2?
That's gonna be. Where is it? What's it? Sorry, I'm trying to find the damage number.
I think for Fireball, it's what 48, something like that.
I had it a moment ago. I thought I had.
Fireball
it
is
in-
D6s.
Oh, listen.
Sorry.
And it, what level are you casting it at?
Just the base. I don't.
So
Yeah.
that should be
The
5d6s?
86.
5d6.
86.
86. Sorry.
Okay, yeah,
86.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. I thought I had that somewhere.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and roll. You're fine.
8. All right. Well, I'm gonna roll 4d6 twice.
You really okay? So, this guy who takes half is still half of 16 is 8, half of 12 is 6. He's still dead. So you killed all the skeletons. Actually, you know what, George? Why don't you go ahead and tell me what it looks like as Martin go ahead and brings forth a fireball from his magical prowess and narrate me through that.
So as George is kind of clearing this wall of risen in front of him, he turns and kind of yells over his shoulder, "Martin, clear some room for Bo."
Martin kind of draws both hands and as he kind of looks behind his hood, his actual irises are burning somewhat with magical energy. Yes, sire. And flares out a giant blast of magic that just eviscerates the entire area, explodes in a gout of flame. All the skeletons melt to the dust. The Rhyme Risen are still standing. I'm going to tell you because it's so important. You missed them by 2 health.
Ah.
Just because it was so close. You almost swept that whole spot there.
Yeah. All right, and I think that is my turn.
Oh, it's over to you. There are nominally less undead surrounding you than there were just a moment ago.
It's a very nice thing to feel that I am less boxed in than normal. I would like the Crusader to move over there for a moment as I'm gonna make a motion for them. You mind buying me some room, please? I need to focus on making sure someone doesn't die. And I'm gonna pull the musket, and if it's okay with you, I'd like to still be holding onto the rapier in a reverse grip, kind of using it as a hook point.
It's fine. Why not? Sounds cool enough to me.
So I can bonus action continue to charge that up. Is it gonna glow? And I'm gonna take a shot at Krell. So
You got it.
Make sure you take that with advantage.
I will. My next attack does have disadvantage, so thankfully it just cancels it all out.
It does, but it doesn't cancel out your sneak because you still have disadvantage.
I do, but even with a 15, I doubt that's going to do much of anything.
Unfortunately, it will not get through our dearest general here. You fire out the musket shot, and it just, while it was very close to the eye slit, it just slams off the side of the helmet. He just presses the hammer down more onto you, Calpurnia. Turns the turns his head a bit. Friend of yours.
I think more than just friend, but alright.
Oi! Hands off!
spirited. Interesting. Then he'll just kind of move back into that constant motion, kind of just swing the hammer down. You have to almost like jump up and leap over the blow next, and then land down. As the camera will pan, is there more for you, Bo?
Yes, Crusader is going to take a shot at the Rhyme Risen. I did not hit, so this is going to have to be rolled.
You got it.
Ugh.
Oof. An 8 is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's a body in front of me, so that's something at least. Anyway.
Is indeed.
But I am continuing to charge, and the blade is continuing to grow brighter.
Indeed. Frankie, bearer of the flame, we pass to you.
All right. I'm going to start with moving back. I have that on the wrong tool. I'm gonna start by moving back, taking a diagonal step this way, and as I sort of like enveloped in my cloak, I sort of almost glide back between the two of you. And as I do, in my space, you see a charging up of a ball of fire. And I'm going to cast Fireball, and do so basically right on the top of... Let me click hello. Okay. I'm going to basically right on the top of Krell to be able to hit Vashketh as well, because he's 20 feet up, correct? And it goes 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So if I cast on Krell, it hits him. It hits all of the undead except for those two there. So the two undead here, Krell and Vashketh. And because I have spell sniper, it does not hit Calpurnia. Or spell sculptor, excuse me, does not hit Calpurnia. Everybody has to make a dexterity saving throw. DC 14. And I will roll those right now, and I will explain what I am doing here in a second.
This is gonna be so epic. There's gonna be so much fire around Calpurnia, and it's not gonna hurt her at all.
I'm gonna
And
start
it's
with the
8d6,
Rhyme Risen
correct?
because they're
Yes.
very low and they don't have very good dex. That's a pass, though, I say. I should have believed in them. Doesn't matter. They're still very dead. They're still incredibly dead. But I'm glad they gave it a good showing before they passed. That's fine. My skeletal minions. Hey, listen, I'm just glad we're burning through the fireballs now, guys. Just gotta keep using them, you know? Oh, I wrote initiative. I'm dumb. I'm so sorry. I pressed the wrong button. Skeleton 1 failed. Skeleton 2 failed. Krell. Passes?
14?
Yep.
And VK. Passes.
But, so, as the ball of fire starts to sculpt, it sort of moves slowly into place, and you can hear, as Grenky is casting this spell, imbues the magic scent with essentially, a throwing of his own voice to Krell, saying, "I will miss you, friend. I do every day."
Krell, who is still kind of battling with Calpurnia, carries his voice. This does not sadden me, friend. Have you not already seen what lies beyond? What comes next?
Call me sentimental, but I never wanted to lose any of you.
He will say. And as he kind of like pushes more of the flame away, I will call you out of touch unless you try more of these undead faster.
You could help?
Unfortunately, I cannot.
You always
and
were
another way,
steadfast.
friends. Give a low, solemn nod and continues kind of dueling with Calpurnia. Do you make that damage, by the way, friendo?
Do what?
The damage for the fireballs.
28.
Okay. So half that for the past rhymers, it means they're only still completely fucking dead. So, that's fine. The Risen Soldiers both failed. They have nowhere near enough health to pass that. Krell passed, so it was 28 half down to 14 for him.
Yeah.
And VK, who finally took some damage here, it would be 28 half to 14. The fire will definitely lick at him, but he still has that spectral form floating all about him, kind of like, kind of almost like gaseously floats about and around it. Got it.
Oh, and
Anything more? Please, sorry.
Yes, Esselt.
Yes.
Going to attack. Hits. The rhyme risen to his left. There.
Don't
Or
even
right.
bother with
Excuse
the
me. To
roll.
his right. To his right.
To this guy? Oh, yeah. Then do bother with the roll, please.
Okay. Sorry, I wanted to get the bigger one out of the way.
Yeah, makes sense.
But he did hit,
Yeah,
so
doesn't
let's
matter.
do the attack.
Hit damage?
10.
And that's more than enough. Elzo, who already has their shield down as they're looking at the creature that last attack, the creature kind of comes in again with his sword. Elzo just raises the shield up and smashes its whole head and arm off in one swing with a roar, and it falls apart. It is done.
Fantastic.
I thought I was gonna kill at least one of y'all, but this is not. This is very much not going in my favor, friends. Let me tell you.
Don't.
I mean, we've taken out the small fries. We still got the two big fries. You know.
It's true. Well, speaking of the surprise of sizes, it's their turn. This rhyme risen group is dead. This rhyme risen group is not entirely dead, actually. Instead, they're just going to step forward right to here, and one will attack Azil, one will attack Granki. Because they
Sanctuary needs to crack.
So you already, because you attacked it, that's gone. But
Okay.
the one attacking Granky does have disadvantage because I have protection as my fighting style.
well, then I'm gonna keep that in mind as I prepare to roll it. Disadvantage for this first attack, then. To 16 to hit.
16 does hit me. Or does it? No, it doesn't.
Piercing damage.
Okay. Owie. Ow. Ouchie.
And against Azil, of course, that one fails. Just, again, Azil brings the shield around and sort of thrusts forward, parrying with the sword, just holding his position down against all these enemies as they just melt and burn around him. He is a storm of blade and shield. That's that rhyme risen group. VK in the house is gonna, you know what? First things first, he's gonna go ahead and take another bonus action to pull. I'm gonna say he's gonna pull. It's gonna pull that. It's gonna pull that 3 from the. Actually, you know what? Nah, gonna pull the. Gonna pull that 6 actually from the pool because I need to pull these big numbers. I think as he kind of brings himself around and says, "You will have to do more than that, champions," and sends forward another blast of necrotic energy. Let's step it up a little bit. I'm thinking actually is what I'm realizing. This isn't necessarily enough for y'all. Let's get some more rhymers in here. I'm feeling like, how's that sound, friends?
Not good.
Let's get a couple more. Let's get a couple more around here. They can pull up within 60 feet of him. So let's just
That was
let's
such a
just put him.
cute
Let's just,
voice, Turk. You sounded like a little kid.
No.
let's just pull him around, and you know what? Well, how many is that? 4? I get 2 more. Let's have those last 2 be the little guys. Why not? I'm fine with that. That's fine. That's totally fine. We'll summon some more undead. Just kind of pile them around here, because all the other undead are very dead, and I mean, again, not undead dead. The next thing Voxcast will do is he doesn't want to dive into the fight yet, so he's gonna just swing around here some more with his sort of still floating in the air. He gets 40 feet of movement while doing that. He's gonna swing to right about here, and is going to do some casting. I think. Why not? Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, no. Yeah. I like that. I'm sorry for not having this already picked out, friends. It's actually just going to Eldritch Blast at. No, you know what? Frostbite was doing me sexily. Let's do that. Let's do that. Why not? Bo. 7 doesn't hit you, unfortunately.
Nor does a natural 1, and that coat is staying on.
Indeed, as he flares another blast of cold in your direction, and you are able to kind of this time, knowing it's coming, you just leap out of the way of the wind fold to avoid it and roll, stay focused. And he offers you a slow nod, and still remains floating in the air above you. I think that's unfortunately not yet. Bonus action. I think he's done with his turn, so that brings over our next group of Rhyme Risen, who, fun fact, they're not all dead, because it's just this guy now. I'm going to have this guy become blue as well, so they're going to act in the same initiative going forward, next time, not for this round. This guy here is going to step into the fray, I guess. All I got to do is keep you guys from grouping up. That's all I got to do, friends. I got 30 feet. George, I'm a-coming for you, buddy.
That's me. Okay.
I forgot about Hallowed War Dead. I should have done that. Never mind. I'll do that later. He missed. Fucking. Well, it's over to you, boss. Let's just have him do his thing. First thing first, he's going to make another attack. Actually, hold on. First off, I should see about recharging. Do I get Counter-Strike back? I do! Yay! First things first, let's just do a normal attack against actually, yeah, first off, here comes Shadow Strike first, Calpurnia. I need you to make a DC 15 dex save as he swings the hammer around as fast as he can suddenly, just like stepping back. And with speed you wouldn't expect for a creature this size, just spins and brings the hammer around. Give me that dex save, please.
Does this count as an effect that I can see?
An effect? What do you? It's an ability. Yeah, he's certainly using an ability.
Danger sense
Okay.
is the question.
I get danger sense. I get advantage.
Yeah, sure.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah, sure. Here's a 20 for your
Yeah.
for your troubles.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's fine. I'll hit with something one of these days. I guess he's
Trying
gonna
to
attack
reduce
normally
my
then.
AC.
It's not even about that. I want to. That's the damage. It looks really cool. Did 15 hit you?
No.
Oh wait, you attacked recklessly, didn't you?
Huh? Pardon?
You
attacked
attack recklessly.
I did, yes. You do have advantage.
So it's an 18 then.
That does hit me.
Take 14 bludgeoning, and I need a DC 15 strength save.
Okay. Ba-ba-ba-bam. Strength.
Yes.
That's a 22.
Yeah. Well, advantage, right?
I am strong.
Wait, also, what gives you advantage here? I have no idea.
Oh, I'm raging.
Raging strength.
Oh, right. Totally forgot. I'm
So
forgetting
I'm
my own
taking,
way combat works here.
am I taking that 21 bludgeoning and that 14 bludgeoning?
The 21 you're halving, sorry. And the 14 you're taking in full, yes.
Okay.
You are, however, not being pushed back 15 feet, though.
I will reduce that by... Oh, only 2 points, but whatever.
I'm cracking. I'm working on it. I'm getting you.
Quick, somebody give them
as
one
Krell-
hit point.
Take that first swing, and you are able to just swing under it as the camera goes sailing over your head, and you kind of turn around. The backswing isn't even the hand; it's just an armored gauntlet that just smashes into your center mass, and you get blown back some, but you regain your stance immediately. You're quick on your feet, perceptive, and still have an ally for your allies. You are a commander of men.
I'm a commander of more than just that.
He kind of quips his head somewhat and just... How the phrasing turns with the years. Curious.
Okay, boomer.
The nigga died like 15 years ago!
I know. I respect that. I respect his previous accomplishments. Still.
Yeah, I'm just a poor, young 20-something-year-old girl. This guy's being a creep.
It's
Fuck
fine.
it. You know what? I'm moving on. This rhyme isn't back. He's attacking
It's
you,
fine,
Bo.
crit me, daddy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's go.
Jesus Christ!
Between the what you're saying and what I'm rolling, everything's fine.
Everything's
It's fine.
fine.
Everything's fine.
It's unfortunately a natural
Um,
one, but yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
The wrong type.
That guy's dead, so that's gonna be the end of the round. It looks like, friends. Oh, I'm sorry. Krill had one more thing he meant to do. I'm sorry. He's gonna also take a bonus action to pop something away from another one from the power die. He's gonna pull that 3 and pop out three more undead. I think.
Dang it.
I'm just
There
gonna
you
I'm gonna keep trying until somebody gets through, you fuckers.
You guys have to move closer to me, and then I can just mitigate all of that.
All right. 60 feet, huh? All right, then we're gonna do the following 3 things. 1, 2, and 3. And with that, we swing ourselves back over to round 3. It is around this time, my dearest Caladriai friends, that you can hear a soft rumbling from not far and beneath you. It starts off low, but then slowly grows, builds in timbre and noise all around you until finally, as I imagine it's probably Martin actually, Martin and Granky who turn over in siege and they're close to the edge here. The walls to the citadel are slammed through by a massive, what looks like a piece of stone that then unfurls to be a hand gripping the inside, and then another, and then it holds tight, pulls back, and the entirety of the Idol of Penitence smashes its way directly through the wall as your soldiers begin to pour through, and you can hear their cries high beneath you, and you know the battle has reached its crux. You all now have a surge of morale. Before we see how this fight continues to turn, we're going to take a break right here and give our Caladriai some time to plan as this fight moves into its crux. We'll be right back. Not that dial nor that browser. The war is not yet over. We return to the dramatic scene of combat. Undead are pouring up out of the ground of the tower even as they cut them down or burn them to smithereens. The fight continues on as the ghastly figure of Vashket sort of hovers and floats. I'm actually gonna slightly retcon because it doesn't really matter too much. I'm gonna say he got down on the ground for last turn, so he's gonna kind of phase out of his spectral form and land back as his normal sort of full humanoid self on the ground again. However, we are at the top of the round, which brings us back over to our dearest Grand Crusader. Take it away, Calpurnia. Additionally, friends, remember, you are morale surged.
Yes, I was just gonna say, as an explanation to the viewers, Morale Surge essentially gives us haste for one round. So
Indeed.
I will.
They have the ability to, for a bonus action, take an extra movement and action.
Yes. So for my first action, I am going to pull from our power pool that we rolled off screen and use my dice and George's to summon a creature. So, Calpurnia will look at Krell, who's fighting her. I'm assuming that they're kind of doing this thing where he keeps on hitting her and she keeps on hitting him, but there's quite a bit of strength exchange going on. So it's quite a bit of like catching, pushing, getting pushed back, this sort of action.
Absolutely. A very
And
slow,
Calpurnia-
methodical dance back and forth. Absolutely.
Yes. Calpurnia is going to say, so, you asked me what I was the commander of, and I want to tell you that you're not the only one who can command the dead. And she is going to have her eyes flare gold, like the wounds on her body are, and that spectral wings that she had on her back are going to shift almost like a spirit is coming out of her being, but instead retaining the wings that were there. And she is going to summon the War Queen herself, Serena Thane, as a celestial to help us in battle. And I would like
Calpurnia?
to place her right here by Vashka.
Calpurnia, that golden light you flare out. George, that golden aura of light around you flare brighter and brighter until a single brilliant ray of light beams through the heavy cloud cover and lands directly in between the two of you. A figure exits that cloud. At first, a simple humanoid figure of impossible feature, made of pure light, breaking from the ray and descending on slow tendrils of air. From their back, twin pinions of brilliant white light shed. In their hand, they grasp a spectral sword, and the other, a proud shield. Hair whips around as their features manifest, and descending from the heavens herself is none other than the War Queen, Serana Thane. Boshkath impassively looks on. Hello again. The figure speaks, many discordant voices coming from one throat. Boshkath, unliving king, scion of Urgal, tallyman of death. It has been a long, long time. And so it has. I was wondering when they would call for you. Turns to you, Calpurnia. It was also evident from the moment I could tell what you were. Felt that warmth, that light inside of you. I thank you for this, Grand Crusader.
The honor is mine, Serena.
Oh, it was not Serana who said that.
Oh, Vashka, gross.
Mhm.
Never mind.
Amazing.
But Calpurnia will say nothing. She'll sneer.
The figure descends low and drops down her feet to the ground. Looks around, light emanating from all around her. Ameth. My dear Ameth. I would never think I would see your face this plainly again. You look healthy.
Only 100 more years on my bones.
Oh.
I got a couple hundred more.
You wear it well, friend. Has the world been kind to you? Has it changed much in my passing?
Yes to both.
She looks around. It does not seem that way.
We're fixing it now.
I do not mean the dead. Foshkath speaks up. Warfare still rapid at Antalea. Many lands beyond still scour each other with the scourge of conflict. I needed not to rise to give the living reason to slaughter each other.
I've done what I can to keep the peace. But I'm only one single elf.
She turns her eyes next. The two of you have new compatriots, looks to Krell, and some older ones. Krell nods his head. Milady. This feels so familiar. So then, but why do you call me back to the realm of living? But what am I to do?
Help us save the land of the living once again. We are beseeching your aid.
The unliving king's words are not untrue. Ending him will not end conflict. Still then, you would fight.
It is in our nature, creatures of this world. We fight to live.
With your help, we can push them in the right direction, and rather than only fight to live, fight for life.
She looks back to Vashketh, smiles, and says nothing. He looks at her. Well then, it would appear our promise is not yet fully fulfilled. Indeed. So then, she brings the sword forward. Once more. And he turns and draws out of his hand a long, inky black blade, drawing from from darkness in between him. Once more, my love. Calpurnia, the turn is yours.
I guessed it. I guessed it.
They were roommates.
They were roommates. Okay. So tell me if I'm wrong, Foxy. Calpurnia and the War Queen do look somewhat similar, right? Like, I imagine she's a little bit slimmer.
From some angles, it's uncanny. Like, the hair's done differently, certainly, and the stature's a bit different, but yeah.
Okay, so the War Queen will be here. Do I get to act on this turn as her, or next turn?
Says she acts on your turn, so I'm assuming she acts on this turn, so go for it.
Okay, I will do this then. So, I will get Serena Thane to attack Vashka. Okay.
She has a, what, +8 to her attack rolls?
Yes, she has a mace, +8, so I will do this.
I mean, it's a sword in this case, so we'll say it's slashing damage because it's a sword, because she had a sword.
I will bring that though.
Oof. Unfortunately, a
So it's
4
only
plus
a
8 brings a total of 12, which is not going to be enough. She swings that sword and he brings his up and they flash, light and shadow dispersing around the two of them. She has multi-attack? She does!
Multi-attack.
Jesus Christ! 7 plus 8 is a grand total of, I can't do math.
15.
50.
Hits.
Okay. Ooh. We found the AC, boys. And by boys, I mean Turk and Lucian. Okay, damage. So I do... Well, you're not part of the camaraderie. You're the GM.
You already know it.
Okay.
For one.
Also, I don't know if you're identifying as a boy today, so.
Sometimes, who knows?
That is.
All right, that's 6 bludgeoning
damage.
10
plus 4.
Yeah, 10, nice, plus 4. So yeah, let's start racking it up.
And
10 bludgeoning. And then the radiant, please.
19 radiant damage.
All right. Ouch, that hit him hard. So brings the first slash down and kind of almost brings that through and slashes and almost just nicks across his face again, and it leaks out that inky black blood. And he kind of just looks at her impassively as she kind of continues to kind of dance around him, still taking flight.
That's gonna leave a hot scar. Sorry.
I am going to use the rest of my turn because Serena doesn't have any bonus actions. So I'm going to use the rest of my turn to attack Krell in front of me.
Hit him.
Alrighty. Reckless. That's a 25.
Oops him.
plus another 2, so
Minus
that
2
is
more.
9. Yeah,
9 damage.
9 plus an additional 3 radiant damage,
You got it.
and then another 3 radiant damage,
You got it.
and then I will attack once more because I have multi-attack. For 22.
Hits.
Okay. For that's 12 damage.
You're certainly right.
And that is it, I believe.
Describe how this looks like as you are having this constant duel back and forth with General Krell.
Calpurnia fights with 2 swords, so I think a lot of it is almost like catching his mace, because she fights with shodels, so they have like a bowed quality to the blade. So I think it's almost like catching it, like catching his mace, and then like turning with her other arm to slice him like from behind, and then constantly kind of like blocking the damage. A lot of her movements are a little bit clunky, not super graceful, but that is partly due to the fact that she fights in a ball gown, and they're pretty heavy and a little cumbersome. But there's definitely more strength behind her hits than there is dexterity. She isn't a
Absolutely.
beautiful fighter, she's a powerful fighter.
So you are dancing and slicing and cutting, catching the Godbreak in almost in one hand at this point, as you are even with this incredibly powerful swings, you're cutting and slicing and stabbing. At this point, you're getting through and tearing off parts of the armor and cutting at what looks like sort of blued and blackened flesh. It doesn't bleed or anything, but you sort of cut and sort of and cut away at that flesh somewhat. He comes around and sort of faces you again. You're powerful, not dexterous. Thrust first, then cut upward. Sever the limb.
I'm not looking for sword fighting practice, thank you.
Again, just kind of keeps himself. Kind of like give what you would imagine would be a grunt if he still had the proper facilities in a throat to give a grunt. And we'll pass over to George of Bayheart, who is once again surrounded by undead, bigger ones this time.
What? That's ridiculous. George is gonna start swinging. He's gonna swing at the Rhyme Risen on the left.
Hit him. Absolutely hits him.
All right. That'll be 7 bludgeoning.
-7. Anything more?
I will be
smite or anything?
using a divine smite here.
I love a divine smite. Give me the divine smite.
So that's 2 extra d8.
Sure is. Good roll here could do it.
And then
-7.
is this? Do these guys get the undead bonus?
They do, in fact, because
All right.
they're not officers.
That is an extra 10 radiant then.
Exactly enough. Exactly what you needed.
Perfect.
Tell me what happens here.
So as George swings his flail, you see it flashes briefly as he hits the Rhyme Risen, and it doesn't appear to have done much physical damage, but you see the eyes of the Rhyme Risen flash gold, and then all of a sudden they're blank and it collapses.
Absolutely. Just goes gold and then just sort of goes in like hollowed yellow smoke as it kind of just collapses over and rots into burning ash.
All right, my other attack is going to go against the Rhyme Risen on my right.
You got it.
Mind you, I do have plus 3
14.
still. I do still have plus 3, so it's 17.
Oh, that hits. Yeah, no, you're fine.
All right. That is 6 bludgeoning. And
6 bludgeoning. Let me go ahead and pop that one in there. Go ahead. Any further? I'm sorry.
I'm going to use another Divine Smite.
A divine smite him.
That's another 3d8.
Oh,
Another 17
Jesus.
radiant.
Jesus. Anything more?
So I'm going to use my what's it called? Oh wait, this is just the risen soldier on my right, isn't it?
Sure is.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna attack 2 more times.
Okay. The morale
I'm gonna-
surge then?
Yep.
George, the clarion call of war boosts the fervor in your heart as you keep that friend just whipped around in one hand and swinging and flailing. Keep it going, buddy.
All right, I'm attacking that risen soldier on my right. Ooh, that's gonna be an 11.
11. Actually, for a risen soldier, funnily enough, I closed their stat blocks. I was going to stop summoning them. So I stopped worrying about them. 11 is actually enough. Funnily enough, you got him.
Oh, great. That's 10 bludgeoning.
Okay. Actually, hold on. How much health does these guys have? Oof. Oh, he only had 1 left. He's dead.
Oh, perfect. All right, and then I'm going to swing again at the rhyme risen in front of me.
George is just racking up bodies.
That flail's just going. It's going in circles. Just whop, 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 whop.
Just flinging it's George and Elsa just back to back, side by side, swinging away. It's
Yeah.
so cool. I fucking love it.
You turn into a
Give me
fucking
damage,
Beyblade.
please. Seriously.
That's 6 bludgeoning.
Okay. Anything more?
At this point, Martin's gonna poke his head around and use his sacred flame on that same rhyme risen.
I'm sorry, wait, you said 6, yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck, exactly enough. You got it.
Okay, great. Martin's gonna use his sacred flame on the rhyme risen to his left.
You got it.
So that's gonna be a dex saving throw,
automatically hits.
please.
Dex saving throw from the rhyme risen coming up right now. How's a 5 sound?
That fails. How
Confident
does
5.
8 damage sound?
Not fun.
Okay.
That's fire damage. They don't regenerate from that. Stop doing that.
That's my turn.
All right, George, you are just standing atop a pile of corpses, just swinging scepter flail left and right. Martin is not far from you, blasting out fire even as the rhymer descends on him. Bo, we're back over to you. You are sort of surrounded. Really, have fun.
Oh, I'm not having very much fun. I gotta run away. I gotta get out of here. And that's gonna start by taking the first attack at this rhyme risen down here. In which case, I am using my bonus action to to charge this up to 3d8, which is gonna give me extra advantage on this.
You got it.
Because I have to do it at the start of my turn. So this is gonna feel good. 15.
Hits.
Okay. Thank goodness. There were some low rolls. Now, just to double check and make sure that's 3d8 radiant. I am not gonna sneak attack on
12 would have
this.
hit too, by the way.
Hmm.
The 12 would have hit too. Just saying.
Okay. Good.
It's a very
So
great AC.
14 radiant damage. Plus.
Oh.
I rolled a dagger, not
Ouch.
a rapier. Let me quickly get. Oh, wrong one. Ignore that. 7 piercing. So total of 21 total.
Minus 7 more. You are slicing through, holy power erupting from your rapier as you slice at this undead and blast through it, blowing off its bad arm. Its weapon arm is still good and it's still coming up at you, but it's certainly looking worth for wear.
Okay, fantastic. Then I'm going to turn that around and try to strike at the rhyme risen over here in front of me with a standard. This will be potentially with a sneak attack. So allow me to. No. Unless
Yeah, 8.
You have advantage.
8 won't do it,
I do
unfortunately.
have advantage.
Yeah,
Well, the
because
12
you
will
just
get you.
used your +3 for your
That's
radiant damage.
true,
You now
okay.
have advantage on all of your attack rolls until the end.
12.
Yeah, well, funnily enough, the 12 hits.
Fantastic. So, this is not only 12 piercing damage. I'm also going to apply my sneak attack to this one. Because I am also morale searching, if it wasn't obvious.
All right.
'Cause I normally only get 1 hit. So that's going to be also a total of 21 damage. As, quickly slice through and let the power explode of that one. And then just, again, try and knock off as many important bits on the shoulder of this other one in front of me.
You slice the entirety of the shoulder armor away and leave only exposed bone and rotting flesh.
All right, and then Ferna is going to strike at the one behind me, hopefully finishing that off.
She certainly is.
Already attacking. That's only 6 slashing damage, though.
It's close, but he's not down just yet.
You can use Radiant Lance, but I don't know if you want to waste it.
I don't think I want to use it. The one use of Radiant Lance. So we'll just keep fighting. Though what Bo is going to do on his turn, he has struck both of these creatures, and because of his fancy footwork, I can't be opportunity attacked by them, and it sucks to suck. So I'm gonna go my full move: 5, 10, 15. 30 to over here.
All right. You sort of step and slide around those two as you slice the one and blow its arm off. You bring the other, stab in, and cut its shoulder off. It tries to swing back at you. You duck under and literally push off of its chest and sort of use the weight of fairness swing to spin around her back and just slide right past. And she just, all right, and stands there fighting and ready and confident.
Mm-hmm.
Anything more from you?
That's gonna be it. That's my full turn.
Granky, we pass ourselves back over to you.
Oh, fantastic. So, with all of this opening, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to first... With these 2 actions, can I cast 2 spells?
Yeah, they are 2 actions. That's what it is.
Yeah. Fantastic. Oh, Turk, did you take your extra?
Yeah,
action?
I only normally have 1 attack as a rogue, so I took a second attack.
Gotcha. Okay.
If I do have haste, though, I should have extra movement, so I will use that and finish even
go ahead.
further away and over here.
You got it.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do for the first one is I'm going to... I only got 3 there. That'll be fine. I'm going to move to... Why is it not locking in? I'm sorry. Things are...
Fine.
Okay. 5...
I got you.
Whatever.
I got you.
Okay, no worries. And I'm going to fireball, of course.
Okay.
Because why not?
Just a casual fireball.
This is number 3. Yes, you got 5 total. This is number 3.
No,
This is number
so
2.
the first one was a firewall. So
Yes,
that
right.
did
That's
take
true.
away one of
Fireball
my.
number.
It's fireball number
You're
2.
right, this is fireball
Firewall.
number 2. Shit. Yeah, this is fireball number 2. Damn. Fuck. Shit.
Okay, so yes, so we're going to do fireball on basically all the undead in this general area, which is like
there's so many.
which is yeah, literally all the undead that are within. Can I get them both? Yes. Can I get to this one too? Yeah, barely. So every undead in this area is going to get hit, and I will dodge Calpurnia, the War Queen, and the not my what's the one that
Hold on,
is
give me a
Turk's.
second. What's so?
It's 20 feet radius.
Okay. From what point?
So from here to so it's 36 to 40. That should encompass all of the all except if you scoot it over, you could probably hit that one too.
Okay, let me 20, or I can do it there. 20. Yeah, I don't think I'm touching-
I'm willing to miss a Rhyme Risen or 2 if I hit Krell.
Okay, that's fine.
the point.
Let's. So we can go there. That gets you Krell and 3 Rhymers in.
You want to include Vashkath in that?
Sure, we'll move it up to include Vashkath.
Yeah, that clips him. All right, cool. Then let's get deck save rolling. Let's start with Rhymers in. Bottom one failed. Middle one pass. Bottom one Fail?
Fail.
Very fail.
Super fail. Krell. That's the wrong skill. I'm sorry. The same roll. And VK himself fails, actually, funnily enough.
Interesting.
And they take 17 damage.
All right.
Ooh.
That was a really
Let's
bad roll,
count
but
up
that's
some
okay.
numbers here.
Yeah.
Let's count up some numbers here. Minus 17. Minus 17 as another blast of fire whips out and envelops all these undead here. Even Krell, who is at this point starting to be just completely the fire that was already licking him from your previous blast is just enveloping him even more. And he's now just blackened bone and blackened armor, but is still standing proud and strong. I fucked that up. Hold on. There we go. Sorry. There you go. Okay. And then Vashka does still take some damage from that. Give me do some math real quick. Sorry, I'm
No worries.
blanking on the. Oh God, I'm so hard. God, that's so hard. God, fuck. I got it. Never mind. That's okay. I got it. I figured it out. Sorry, it just took me a moment there. That's 9 damage for him. Cool. I don't know why I said that out loud. Doesn't matter.
Fantastic. Got that. And then, so that leaves me with 2 level 3 spells and a level 4 spell.
Wow, this fight was going really well for me 30 seconds ago, and it's now suddenly very much not.
Listen, Fireball, okay? Like, you can't let a wizard play in a game.
Are you even a wizard? Are you a sorcerer?
Yes. No, I'm a wizard. That's why I have no health. I went full wizard.
Okay. I need you to tell everybody how much health you have maximum.
I have a maximum of 30 health. I currently have 27 health.
Oh my god. Maximum
I'm level 6.
3.
All right, what have we got?
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I have a second spell and a bunch of movement.
Mhm.
What I'm going to do is, sorry, I was reading this spell when it popped up on my turn.
You're fine.
I want to know what kind of expressions Serena and Vashketh are making at each other, because apparently they're lovers.
They're
It is-
wrapped in flame. That's
That's
literally
oh,
hot.
That's true.
Flame.
We'll get there as the flames end. Don't you worry.
Okay,
Anything else
so-
for you, Granky? I want to make sure you do
Yeah,
that.
you know what? Once more, play the same hits, you know? One more go round
You know
of...
what? Won't argue with that. Let's get some deck saves going. Rhyme Risen, first one. Pass. Second one. Fail. Third one. Fail. Pardon me. Krell. Fail. VK. Also fail.
Fail.
Oh boy.
Actually, he'll legendary resist. He's gonna pass that one.
$28 that time.
That's better.
I'm
Yeah.
very glad I had him pass that one. So this guy here is dead. This guy here who passed, half of 28 is 14. Still enough. He's dead. This guy here is dead. Krell pass, yes?
Krell did not
Krell-
pass.
Yes.
Did not pass.
Krell did
Only
not
Vash
pass.
got passed.
No, yeah, no, Krell, no. Yeah, Krell rolled 19.
Crow rolled 3. Vashketh
Yeah,
rolled.
Oh, you're right. I'm wrong. That's last time. Okay. All right then. He's not looking great at all. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Krell comes limping out of the flame, still brandishing Godbreak and still moving as fast as he can, but clearly slowed down by the flame constantly wreathing and bathing him.
Did I get these risen soldiers as well or no?
You might as well. Yeah. Go ahead and I'll deck save them real quick.
Okay.
If it
Because
was in
that's
both,
it was meant
even
to be-
with a save, that might be over their amount.
Actually, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, they're done. Yeah, even with the save, they're done. Doesn't matter actually. So, yep, they're dead.
fun. So, as I essentially put all of my oomph, in front of me, my essentially, what is it called? It's not a Necronomicon. What was the book that I got? Whatever. The book I have. The my spell book that I have had for nearly 100 years now has a surprisingly few number of spells that I've cared to keep in it, and it's open to my Granky's favorite page, the Fireball spell, as it floats in front of him, and his robe and cape begin to flutter behind him as the roiling wind of fire engulfs the battlefield in front of him, and for a moment, all anyone can see is burning red.
Beautiful. I love it. It's incredible. The flame wreaths you like in the days of the old war. You have never tapped into your power this fervently before in a very long time. It is clear you have one very simple desire: to burn it all away. Is there anything more for you, Emeth?
Don't forget about Ishult.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
That's very true. There are only...
Is he attacking this guy in front of him?
Is that the only one left, or are there any...
The other one around him is dead, yes. Just him.
Okay, so... yeah, I'll attack the one in front of him, because it's simple enough.
You already hit, and you can't deal less than 1 damage. He's dead.
Yay! So now we get movement.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the first one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to essentially dash my way out here so that I have a better line of sight to what I need to get in the coming rounds. And as it attacks 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. And seeing my lead,
Yeah.
I gotta get somewhere. Anyway, as I quickly make for the flanks of the battlefield, knowing where I'm safest, Essel follows my lead as a bodyguard.
Makes perfect sense to me. As Essel charges up and follows in behind you, we're gonna move on over to some bad guys get to go now, finally. Yay! Woo! Starting off with our dear Lord himself. So, Vodka is going to, first off, give him a bonus action to just fully, do I need one more? I don't need one more here, it's fine. I'm actually just gonna hold it. It's okay. He's just going to go ahead and take his and make some attacks first. So here comes his attack. As he brings forward his sword, once known as Life Ward, the War Queen sword, it has now been corrupted and renamed as Life Bane. He'll swing at, I guess, Serana, since he's fighting her right now. Does a 17 pass her DC? Or her AC?
Yes, that is exactly the AC.
17. Yeah.
Cool. In that case, here comes the damage roll. She takes 11 necrotic damage. I need her to make a con save real quick. Someone could just roll that if they don't mind.
Yes, that is con save plus 4, so that is a 22.
He passes. She is fine, but he will still regain. Yes, he will still regain 6 health from the blast as he swings, and then he'll take another swing at her again because there's another one that does hit as well. Give me another one of those con saves, please.
That's for another 22.
She passes that one with flying colors. Let's take away the health somewhat. Minus 11, and then minus 19.
Total of 30.
And then, yes. And then I'm going to have VK regain some health as the two of them, give me 1 second, Antalea. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to do a lot of things right now. I'm very sorry, friend.
Fine, Foxy, don't worry.
Doing great.
As the flame sort of separates and washes away from them, it sort of sweeps back from Serana's wings as she kind of takes flight again and sort of scrapes around. Her sword swings are just picking up violent motion, so much they begin to cut, nicks, and crack the pillars around her as she swings from the pure force of her blows. Foxcast is meeting her, parrying with every swing without taking to the air, and the two of them appear to be conversing. Death is not slow to you, darling. That does my heart good to know. There's a melodic chuckle from Serana's voice. Heart, I didn't think you had humor in you. And they continue to sort of battle back and forth. He clashes with her again and sort of slides through as necrotic energy begins to like lean back into him. That one there, your descendant. She has the same spark in your eye. And he clashes with swords. I find it just as curious, just as infuriating. And slides her sword against his, and then they kind of clash in again. That's both of his attacks, and that's sadly everything he's got right now. He could bonus action to do something. And he won't. He won't. It's not yet, actually. Not yet, actually. I got a better idea. Instead, we move on to the Rhyme Risen, because most of them are dead, but I'm just going to replace this with initiative, because I think it's easier to do, so that's fine. We'll start with the one right here who's next to Fierna. The two of them, actually. We'll just have them go ahead and make their attacks, because they're just sitting right there, and I think that's the best thing for them to do, because they're already there, and I'm getting tired of having to use them. A 15 doesn't hit. The other one, a 21, actually hits. So, could someone, Turk, give me a con save for Fierna? The DC is going to be 10 still.
Okay, but you know, I'm not very good at rolling. 9.
Uh-oh. Well,
Damage!
You have any pluses?
Yeah, that is straight off the page. That is a con save plus 2, so.
Yep.
Oh, saving throw is actually, it's a plus 3. That is a 10.
Yeah.
That's a 10.
10 is not going to do it, unfortunately. So that's going to drop Fierna 2 health levels as the undead sort of catch at her. One, she meets with her spear, but the other slices across her back, getting through armor and cutting through the side of her. You see some blood pull out, but she just kind of spins the sword and backs that away and just, that's the best you can do! And just sort of charges forward. We move on to Krell, who is still not looking very great, but has been trying to be an effective fighter this entire little encounter here. First off, do I get Shatter Strike back? Not that I've hit it this whole time. I don't. God break attacks. Calpurnia, get God broken.
27?
That's a hit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, hits. You're gonna take 20 bludgeoning damage, and I need a DC 15 strength save.
Okay.
I should have made the DC for that a little higher. I feel like low-key.
That's a 17.
To be fair, I'm hitting the more person the best at this. 17's gonna pass you. You're fine.
Okay, so I take half damage or no?
No, just normal damage, but
Okay.
you just don't get pushed away.
Yeah.
And then here comes another God break attack. 17 hit you.
Yes, 17 is my armor class.
19 bludgeoning. And you'll another strength save, please. Excuse me.
17.
17 still cranks it. You are still, and even as Krell is battering you left and right with that hammer, you are still holding strong and standing firm with those swords, catching and parrying. And though you can certainly feel your strength starting to wane a bit, and sort of that burn in the muscles in your arm is certainly increasing more and more, you can certainly tell that he is definitely weaker.
You've gotten me to half hit points. Fox.
Oh wow, you're down to half hit points. It only took the entirety of a mini boss.
My pallor.
All right, let's use these last couple of rhymers. And Boskino, my man.
Hello.
I've got some frozen armament attacks at you.
Nope.
A 10 does not hit you. We're gonna try the one that's next to Martin then. A 16 might hit Martin actually.
It doesn't. He's within 5 feet of me, so it's disadvantage on attacks.
I'll get something someday. I think that's the entirety of. Yeah, that's everything that I've got actually. Calpurnia, turns back over to you. Friends, we are in round 4 now. And it certainly looks as if you all are on the verge of a glorious victory.
Yeah. Also, I'm sorry I lied to you. I forgot that my thing is reduced, so you haven't gotten me to half hit points yet. Apologies.
Well, I'll get nothing today. That's fine.
But just to turn the screws, I guess, a little bit. Unconventional, but Serana Thane is going to move back from Vashketh. You do get an opportunity attack. You don't have Sentinel or anything, right?
Krell doesn't, no, but he will still make the attack, certainly.
No, Vashketh. Serana is moving away from Vashketh.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry. I totally blanked out for a moment there. He does not have Sentinel or anything, but he'll attack her, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Life Bane.
21
A 21 hits her.
That hits.
It's going to be 14 necrotic damage. Give me that DC 15 con save.
Okay.
Hey, look, he's almost back to full health. Oh, so, she takes that 14 damage, and her max HP is dropped by 14 as well. It cannot go any be. Yes. Her max health cannot be brought back above whatever total it gets lowered to until she takes the long rest. So, period. It can't.
Well, she's disappearing soon anyway. So
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm just making sure you're aware of how I'm letting you guys know how life bane works. You get scared even though he hasn't done anything to you guys yet. All right?
I'm going to move her here, and she is going to use the action Healing Touch, which she gets to do 3 times per day. As
She
the
does.
Grand Crusader, I take maximum healing from every healing ability, so I am going to gain 34 health.
Yeah, 48 plus 2. Yeah, that's exactly how that works. Yeah, no, absolutely.
You're not the only one who
I mean-
can regain health in this fight, Foxy.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, well, you want to go ahead and narrate for me what it looks like as Serana recognizes you as one of her descendants and sort of slides through and offers her assistance?
Yeah, so I think it's one of those things where I think she can notice that Calpurnia has been locked in combat with Krell this whole time and has been the only one soaking up this damage. It's very obvious with the amount of cuts and wounds on Calpurnia that more light is starting to like radiate through her skin, and the aura that she has around her is actively hurting her. It's almost like tearing her skin apart in places, like flaking away. And I think Serena clocks this, and she's going to approach Calpurnia, and she's going to come above her, and she's going to kind of put her hand in the space above Calpurnia's head, and then create this almost like shower spotlight of glittering light around her that is going to give her some health back.
She places a hand on you. Hello, child. You have a powerful fire within you.
I think I have you to thank for that.
It is all yours.
She's gonna move out of Calpurnia's damage threshold because that's bad. She's just gonna move right back to the Unaliving King because Serana Thane has 90 feet of movement.
Yep. Flying, baby!
Hell yeah. Alrighty, now it's my turn. I'm gonna smack Krell again.
You got it. Hit him up.
Advantage. 25 to hit.
Hey, you do more than 1 damage, yeah?
Oh yeah, radiant damage for sure.
Why don't you go ahead and tell me how it happens?
Oh, buddy. Oh. I just 1v1'd this asshole. Hell yeah. I think Calpurnia, with that sort of empowered radiant energy that she just received from Serana Thane, she is going to take both of her shoutels, like both of her swords, and it's going to be, she's almost going to do like a foot back, almost like a mockery of a curtsy, and then she's going to stab him in both sides on the ribbing area, right where your armor would be exposed, where it would be tied. And then I think there's going to be like a bright, almost cleansing flash of light as she pulls out the swords, and I think there's going to be a sort of this has been emanated from the inside out.
Absolutely. Krell's husk drops to one knee. He looks down, burned out eyes. Thank you. And slumps to a second knee, dropping and deceased.
Calpurnia is going to say, may you rest in peace this time.
Serana turns back. Get rest, friend. I will see you soon.
Is Boschketh in the air?
He is not.
Okay. I have the hard choice now of running in this direction or this direction. They're both exactly the same amount of distance.
Up to you, darling.
Oh, I think Will can handle himself. The big bad is gonna have to come down. I will. I'm going to go towards the king, Dashkath, the Otherlion king. I'm gonna come up beside him here. I'm going to make my second attack.
Absolutely.
21.
Hits.
Okay. That's 11 damage plus 6.
What kind?
It's slashing damage.
All right.
And then plus 6 radiant damage.
All right.
Unfortunately, Serana also gets hurt. Okay. And that is the end of my turn.
Calpurnia, have you morale surged yet?
Yes. That's
Okay.
how I was able to
Making
summon Serana and attack at the same time.
Right. Okay, cool. So, as you sort of slide in and Voshkath meets Serana's blade and then just meets your two blades with his hand and another and just... So it will be then. And sort of steps back and continues the fight going. George, the mountain of corpses around you has mostly stopped moving. What will you do?
One sec. Let me just do some measuring. All right, good. I'm gonna take a step to the left and beat up this Rhymerson that's attacking Martin.
Got you. Go ahead and make it happen.
All right, I'll attack. That's an 18 sound.
It's absolutely hits.
That's 4 bludgeoning, and I'm gonna
All
hit him with a smite.
Divine Smite, 3d8.
3d8. How does another 18 radiant damage
Exactly
sound?
what you needed. Again. For the third time tonight.
Listen, George is just really, really
You
good.
see it is hacking?
Literally built fucking different.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the past
hacking. How
over the
dare
past
you.
two turns, you
Foxy's-
just see.
Foxy's dad works at Nintendo. Why would you?
Yeah. For everybody else in the
Alright,
battle,
George.
all they see is just like flashes of golden light as the eyes on these risen just keep changing color and then blinking out.
Burning the souls out.
Exactly. Literally purifying them on the way to the afterlife or whatever awaits them.
As,
Beautiful.
Yep. Alright, and then I will step closer to the Rhymerson near bow, and I will hit it again with my flail.
Do it.
That was a
The
12
12 hits.
sound. Alright. That's going to be 7 bludgeoning damage.
Take 7 damage.
Alright. Oh, that was me. Okay. Alright, and then Martin's going to come up and hit that same Rhymerson.
Let me give you his dex save real quick.
Yes, please.
1.
All right, that's going to be another 11 fire damage.
Minus 11. He is not looking great, even as he's sort of stepping between you and Bo. He is taking on fire and sort of slowly burning.
All right.
Anything
And
more for you?
now, yes, with my bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to point off in the direction of Calpurnia and cast Shield of Faith. No words spoken. Just point off into the distance. There's a
I
flash
love
of
that George has like fully revealed the other side of his Kratos personality, where he's gone from like warm, wholesome dad to like solemn warrior for God. Also, God is dead. I have taken his fucking place.
So you
Like,
say
I feel
that,
like-
but there is a shield shimmers around Calpurnia, and it is a warm golden light.
I was like, that's beautiful. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like the dichotomy of like George being this like warm, loving figure, but also this valiant crusader for God.
Yeah. You have 2 bonus AC.
Yay! Honestly, this is gonna sound conceited of me, but I think Serena needs it more than I do, so.
She's only here for one more round, I thought.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
she's gone the end of the round. Yeah.
All right, and that's my turn.
Oh no,
We're
she gets
over
next
then.
turn. Right.
To Bo. Mm-hmm.
Alright, I got a failing dance partner, so why don't we go ahead and clear them off the board.
Go see Dill. Omen.
Natural 20.
27 fucking hits.
So not only is that 18 damage, which I assume might kill it, but allow me to please
Yeah.
just roll my sneak attack twice. So 18, 25, 29 points of damage total.
Yeah, you would have almost killed him from full health with that.
Yeah.
That's 1 point you would have killed him from full health.
It goes on fire, and it's a simple matter of literally cleaving off each limb in this really fluid, almost infinity pattern really quickly. That just leaves all the bones quickly sliced through. Cool. I gotta measure a thing really fast. There's people I need to kill. And I already killed one other important person got killed already, so like I gotta go and get my shit on. Okay. I'm gonna move up here.
You know Calpurnia is not letting Bo live that down.
I'm going to kill Crow. And rather than get in on the fray this turn, he's going to go ahead and use that bonus action to charge up the sword. Visibility.
Absolutely. The holy sword begins to ring again with even more fervor. And we move ourselves down to our...
Oh.
Not once wayward, but not all wayward. Oh,
we
yeah,
need
your
to
Crusader.
Crusader. So
Yes.
once more onto that Rhymerson, who hopefully will die with this one.
Damage.
Oh, just right. Damage. Thank goodness. 14!
More than enough.
Okay.
Fiona cuts down the Rhymerson around her, literally jamming her sword through its head and into the pillar, which she has to then like reverse grip and pull it and spin it around. Damn, dead. Don't stay down. She kicks it over, and then kind of just says, "Do you want to keep dancing?"
Yeah, we'll hold the shield up and get onto that higher ground using the rocks as a way to elevate ourselves slightly. But yeah, that's me, Granky.
Fantastic.
Also, I should mention, by the way, Fiona was not actually injured in that last attack. It cut through her armor, but the blood was actually kind of superficial. I realized that you rolled a 10. The DC was a 10 for the for the check, so she did pass. She is fine. So, yet another person I haven't meaningfully heard this encounter.
So
Great.
who is
Over to you.
Calpurnia will very sassily as Bo kind of comes up forward and be like, "Oh, you got one!" And then casually continue fighting.
Gonna get the
You're all
next
doing
one that
fantastic.
matters.
You're all doing fantastic.
Everyone, stay
All right,
positive.
group
Frankie.
cheerleaders.
Everyone.
All's fair in love and war, but we gotta be positive here, people. Okay.
I actually
so,
got 2, thank you very much.
I Okay, so I'm going to move in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's hard to see the lines. 30. Okay. Going right there. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm moving the Crusader to there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cast as a bonus action Dragon's Breath. Actually, no. I'm not going to do that. Never mind. We're going to save that one. Instead, sorry. Next round if needed. I'm going to instead cast Flaming Sphere right on top of Vashketh.
All right.
It is a 5-foot diameter spear of fire, or right behind him. So it's going to be right there. It has to. It can't be on his spot. It has to be next to him. So, creature takes 2d6 damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one. So I need a DC 14 dexterity save.
15.
Well, okay, so you're going to take 4. But the spear stays. And I can move it around.
Indeed.
So that'll be cast. And then I'm also going to exactly. So just a ball of fire right behind Vashketh. And as I draw nearer, I see both Calpurnia and Serana fighting in different styles, but in a very similar sense of power. Serana, while elegant in death, in life was much more about action. And seeing the resemblance up close, time blurs the memories. But refreshing the memory of Calpurnia and the similarities between Calpurnia and Serana, I think Granky would begin not even like consciously noticing it, but begin to cry a bit, seeing just how much he's missed his old friend, and knowing that there's still a part of her here.
I think there is a sort of moment where the flame, almost in slow motion, just kind of passes around Emmeth's face for a while as he kind of illuminated by this sort of halo of glowing fire, seeing this moment all reborn in history, repeating itself, the emotion flavoring almost more than the flame around him. There is a somberness to it, I imagine. Anything more for you, Sackerson?
Yes. I'm going to have Eslet charge in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and get right up against Vashketh as well.
Alrighty.
You would know, Granky, that my aura will hurt Threshold.
Okay, never mind then. How far does that go?
Well, hold on. What's the average damage? Hold on. Theoretically, what's the average damage your thing does?
3.
So the DC...
Yeah, it'll never matter.
Oh, it doesn't hit.
Yeah, there's no way. There's
Threshold is
literally no way.
invincible.
Theoretically invincible to it, actually, funnily enough.
Can I...
get +3 to... Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got that going, and then, so that was a dash in to get right up next to it. And,
all right.
Yeah, that's the turn.
With mostly dead Rhyme Risen and a dead Krell, that leaves Vashketh himself. He is going to take flight and move and fly around. So you're gonna go get some opportunity attacks. Go ahead and take them, friends. All three of you can go ahead and take an opportunity attack. It's fine. I don't mind too much.
Oh no. Oh no.
I just need him to get right there-ish.
16, does
24
that hit?
hits them.
Does 16 hit?
16 does hit, yes.
Does an 18 hit?
18 does hit, yes.
Okay, so both Calpurnia and Serena hit.
Right.
And so,
Calpurnia?
I will do my damage. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
This may have been a mistake.
Oh,
That
friends,
is-
you're about to see.
8 damage from Calpurnia, and then
Okay.
from Serena. Yeah. And then from Serena, it is. Okay, so that's only 3 damage for bludgeoning, but then she
bludgeoning.
is going to do her radiant damage
Mm-hmm. Which is much more important.
for 23 damage.
That's the big one!
owie!
Oh.
Add
Uh,
9 more to that. Because
Oh,
that's all.
Oh yeah, true. You're right. I got out already. Thankfully,
you can't discount
no.
Echelon.
I got him. So Voshketh sort of slides through. Eshel swings and cuts a bit of the mist. Calpurnia, you bring 2 shield held down and kind of cut through some mist. Even Serana swings, he kind of brings it through and manifests sort of almost in midair. About maybe so. Like, you know what? Let's give him his full movement. He moves about 25 feet. So he's 20 feet in the air again. Just stands right there and says, "You have fought admirably, champions of light. You have raged against darkness. Show me now if you are truly prepared." And he is going to take a bonus action to do a thing I was hoping he could finally get a chance to do. This might be the only actual cool thing I do for the entirety of this combat. Actually,
Hey, you be nice
Hold
to my
on.
friend Fox.
Let me-
Oxy both
Hold on, let me make sure I. All right, so I'm gonna make sure I wrote it properly. Voshketh is going to take the Rise Up bonus action, one of his special powers he gets as the Death Lord. As a bonus action, takes a power dice from his domain pool. He's gonna take the 8, by the way, and unleashes an aura of unholy animation. Each corpse within 160 feet of the leader rises as an undead servant under their control, with a number of hit points equal to the number on the power die. Risen creatures that were already undead retain their previous statistics except for their new hit point. New undead, it doesn't matter. So you all watch as Voshketh sends out a massive wave of undeath all around him, and every single corpse you have slain gets back.
I believe it's an ability, Granky.
Not a spell, unfortunately. Yeah.
I saved a counterspell specifically for this type of thing.
Yeah. Apologies for healing myself all the way up because I think I maybe empowered Foxy to pull some bullshit.
Oh, I mean, this was always the plan. But while I'm going through this, I'm gonna actually also have him. He's gonna cast some spells. Why not? Since he's up here. Yeah.
Does that mean
gonna cast a
Krell's
spell.
back
Why not?
too?
Girl's back with 8
Yeah.
hit points.
Oh yeah.
Goes back with
8
8
hit
hit points.
So it doesn't count anymore.
None of your kills counted either.
Well, clear board. And guess who's over here with all the
Could
combat?
everybody in a 30-foot cone, meaning Serana, Calpurnia, and Elzit, could you all make for me a DC 14 Wisdom save, please?
You know
Sorry, it's
that
actually a con saving throw. I'm sorry, it's con, not wisdom. I
What?
put that in wrong. It's con.
Fuck. I was gonna
What
be like,
level
if it was wisdom, everyone has advantage, but now they
If
don't.
you're gonna counterspell, then you can't quite ask. You just have to do and say what level you're casting at, and then Fox is gonna have to.
Okay. Yeah. Level 3 counterspell.
It's a level 2 spell.
Automatically fails. Nice.
Okay.
He sends out the wave of frost to sort of bring up and clutch and bind at all of you, but it is not able to be maintained as Attacker magic just undoes it. He turns to look at you, MS. Sorry, go ahead, please.
What I was gonna say is, I'm flavoring that as if he's using cold, I believe I just melted in the air as it happens.
Absolutely. Beautiful. I love that. He turns himself around and, still kind of mist-formed, looked at you. Can you feel it, Sacristan? The pull at the bottom of magic. The void at the edge of creation. Thing beneath. Are you prepared to seize it? And your flame. Your light, he says, looking at all of you. Burn it back. Next to him. Sorry, please go ahead, please.
It'll have to.
Behind him, the massive figure of Krell, still burnt and basically just a skeleton wearing armor at this point, slumbers back into motion, lighting up with blue-purple energy in his eyes. No words, though. He's clearly not maintained that well anymore. That is the end of his turn. The Rhyme Risen get to go now.
It's just very rude.
So,
Yeah, which ones?
All of them.
you know,
Jesus
I'm gonna just
Christ.
pick a couple of them, and we're just gonna start with some attacking.
So, blue group.
We'll do the groups first. We'll do some groups first. Bo, you're gonna get some friends.
Yeah, I am.
Fiona's gonna get more friends too. We're gonna just move these guys over here because why
I'm
not?
worried about her. She's got a lot.
That is a lot.
And Serrano will get a few, and we'll put another one there. Why not? I'm gonna kill somebody today. God damn it!
Your Rhyme Risen take each of those take 3 radiant damage each.
That means this one's dead. That's it's fine. Oh wait, no, it's not. Sorry,
No,
yeah,
I was
eight
gonna
health,
say
not
they have
three.
8. They have 8.
Okay, I was like, what? Okay.
Sorry, I had marked this token wrong. Got it. Understood. Noted. I should have picked that with the 1 to make this easier on myself. I don't know why I didn't do that. Any case, let's start moving up attacking. I have lots of attack rolls to make. I'm so sorry, friends. This is going to be much more complicated than I was going to be. Here we go.
You did it to
You just
yourself.
Let's
pick it
go
as a
with-
swarm.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know what? Let's keep it simple. That's 1. Only 2. Sorry, actually, that's what shouldn't have happened. That's only 1 attack against Fierna. So Fierna, please go ahead and make your con save. It's DC 10. We're gonna put one of them against Bo.
Okay, I will do the fairness stuff really quick. Constitution saving throw. Wrong one.
She passes. She's fine.
21.
Bo, you're taking
Yeah.
6 damage, 2 bludgeon or 2 slashing, 4 cold.
2 slashing.
Sorry, I lied. I so fucking lied. I'm sorry. That looked entirely wrong. You're actually taking 12. Yeah, I crit. I'm sorry. I should be looking at that differently. 8. Hold on. What happened? there?
20
looks-
slashing.
oh.
It's it's
Yeah, you're right,
2d6 for the frozen armament, right?
Yeah,
That gets
20
applied
slashing,
twice.
6 cold. Sorry about that, Bo.
20 slashing, 6
20
cold.
slashing, 6 cold.
I am using my reaction to half that, down to 13 damage.
Cool.
Also,
I think that's...
I'm going to
Mhm.
I'm going to reduce that also. So I think as Bo gets attacked, Calpurnia is going to throw up a great kind of wall of gold energy that kind of takes the form loosely as like a person that looks like her. And you are going to take 10 less damage, so 3 damage.
Anybody.
You did! We look at all the resources we're spending.
It's true.
I've
trying.
spent all of my
Doing
high
it.
level spells.
We're doing
Okay.
it, and it's
While we
good.
were figuring all that out, George, a Rhyme Risen attacked you. It missed.
Great.
Skeltman attacked Martin. It missed. Just
Phenomenal.
attacked Martin again. It hit.
With okay.
The DC is 5.
I don't think he can fail that.
Listen,
Wait, which one did he hit with? Which one hit Martin?
that one over here on the right.
What was the roll?
14.
He's over class 15.
Never mind. All right. It's these guys are against Spearna now. I got 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. None of them hit. Oh, Bell's gonna go now.
Doesn't that last one hit her? The 17?
No, heavy armor. It's 18.
No, she's AC 18.
Yeah.
Heavy armor. Fucking god damn it. Bo, I'm gonna hit you with Krell now. I hope. God breaks. Tell me a 17 hits you, please.
17 will
Please.
hit. Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't worry, you're doing
23
great.
bludgeoning damage. I need a DC 15 strength save.
Okay.
You get advantage on this, Bo.
Oh, fantastic. Then I'll be happy to let you know that it's a natural 20.
What?
I still take okay. Before you freak out, I still take 23 bludgeoning damage. That
It's
is
still a lot of. Yeah.
that is half of literally.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just wondering. I wanted to knock one person back and do the cool thing, and he hadn't done it for the entirety of the combat, and I'm sad about it.
Well, you hit
I'm gonna try it
Calpurnia with
again.
one at some point.
He rolled a
No.
9. Nah.
Oh.
No.
So it gets
Yeah.
smacked up right into the guts as I'm dealing with everyone around here, and then I just block the other one away as I throw my cape, as I throw my entire jacket in his face.
If only he had eyes to still see. Mm-hmm.
The radiant energy that was behind you that protected you from that other fight is racing you. That's why you pass the strength thing.
True. I got other Rhyme Risen to attack now, or to move now. Really, it's just gonna be this one going here, this one going here, and this one going here. And this guy, well, I guess he'll go here as well. Why not? George,
All right.
the pile moved with you.
Yep. More heads for me to bash.
It sure is. First, I'm gonna try to bash yours, though. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
All
right.
You're rolling really
What?
well on your fake advantage that you
It's just-
like the fake
true.
advantage
It's
keeps
taunting
getting.
me. It's taunting me, really, is
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
is. I think that's every. I got one more over here who's gonna move over near Bo and try it. Let's give it a shot. That's
was
the
that?
wrong
Okay.
one. I don't know why I clicked that. Ignore that. Bo, with 5 misses you. That's the end of the turn. We're over to round 4 now, or 5 now. It's round 5 now.
And that
Calpurnia.
means
Oh, I think UC Calpurnia looks fucking pissed. Like, she spent this whole fight trying to make sure that nobody was gonna get hurt by Krell. And I think the disadvantage that she put on him doesn't apply because he fucking died. So she's gonna go back in there, pissed as all hell, and is going to decide to go this way. So she's right beside. Oh, but I got a damage bow if I'm there.
Do it.
Well, it's only 3 damage. You can survive this.
I can.
I'm gonna go right beside Bo, and she is going to attack Krell.
Go for it. I don't think you'll survive unless you miss.
Okay. Reckless attacking. That is a 25 to hit.
Roll damage.
Okay. Yep. That
He is back in the dirt once more.
Okay.
As he smashes through Bo, tell me how you come in and put Krell down once again.
I think Bo, after doubling over a little bit from getting stabbed in the guts really badly, I think Calpurnia sweeps her sword over top of your head and just like gets him like right in the like jugular area, and then like pulls back, and is just gonna be a thing of like, can't leave you alone for 5 minutes.
Oh, you
and
can't let me just have one kill.
is going to attack the because Krell's or Vashkath's in the air, right?
20 feet up.
Yeah, asshole. Going to move 5. Oh, actually, let me see. Yep, I've got 40 feet of movement. I can move there. Going to stab this.
OG right here is gonna attack you. Reaction, by the way, just out of curiosity.
Well, I'll stab him first then, and then I'll move.
Okay, fine. Just deny me. Literally the one time I got another hit, I'm gonna get a hit. Just go ahead and deny it to me. That's fine.
That's all
You
right.
hit him. Roll the damage. Actually,
That's-
friends, to keep this very simple, going forward, assume that I use the one for Vashketh to die. Any undead here have 1 health remaining. Just keep that very, very straightforward.
Okay, dead. Then this is gonna be pretty awesome. Gonna move right here. Every creature except for this one takes 3 points of radiant damage, including Bo, sorry.
Dead. Dead.
Ha ha ha.
So I think
Ooh,
Calpurnia
ooh, ooh.
does this thing, is she just kind of like does this like big yell. She just yells really loudly and angrily, and this like shockwave of energy goes out from her and kills them all. Actually, I also get 3 damage to Vashketh.
Is it radiant damage?
It is radiant damage.
Noted.
Okay. Fucking War Queen's not gonna bother with these residents. They can try and smack her. She's going up here to fight.
Not gonna try. I hit her once.
No, you didn't. It's 17.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, Foxy. I feel
It's
so
okay.
bad.
Please don't feel bad, friends. It's okay.
I'm gonna try to attack Vashketh.
Please go for it.
Yeah. That's a 17.
Hits.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is gonna happen, isn't it?
That's 7 slashing damage. And then
Half down. Go for it. Radiant now.
19 radiant damage.
I have to send you a screenshot. I have to send you a fucking screenshot. You.
Make sure you show everybody Turk on the stream.
And we'll post it in chat later, just so you're aware, but just so you guys can see it. Tell me how it happened.
We've got good numbers today.
You and me listening,
We're
we got
yeah.
it going.
We're
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good
yeah.
at numbers. We're so good at numbers.
Friends, I would like you, or all of you, if you would please, tell me how this ends. Tell me what this looks like in this moment. Tell me what each of you is doing, what's happening here. Give me your send-offs here. How's it going for each of you? Intern, whoever feels ready first.
I think, as Vashketh is falling, taking that last bit, I think I make eye contact with him, and say, what do you say? You want to call it even?
It looks a promise foretold, a promise kept. Let us see if you are prepared for what remains. As he gathers up more darkness to prepare us, Serana is kind of blazing towards him in bright light. Anybody else?
I think in the heat of battle, Calpurnia is actually probably the most focused on the fact that even though Vashketh is being killed, I think her focus is on the fact that Bo is bleeding profusely in front of her, so she would be moving to heal him with her healing hands.
You move and place yourself over Bo, trying to think around keeping him safe. Bo, is there anything?
I think with he's had a hand to that searing chest wound he just took, but he's like trying to swipe away the last few remaining swords that are still coming towards him, and he'll just, I assume, get tackled by Calpurnia.
He's not tackling!
But
Okay, fine, whatever.
but no, like he'll just like make a big grand swipe, and as he flinches and steps back, I'll just like, oh, princess, and then his head will naturally just look up to avoid eye contact like a normal person would do, and be watching what happens next.
Absolutely. Bo, you look on as a radiant comet rockets upward towards the unliving king. George, surrounded by undead, flail still moving, fire all around you. Where do you go in these last moments?
George is, at this point, glancing meaningfully at his shield. His shield has taken many hits throughout this fight for not only himself, but also for allies that have stood near him. It is in tatters, but it has kept him and everybody else nearby safe. But there's that crazed look in his eye as his flail, it's still going. He's kind of glancing over at Bose and sees that Calpurnia is healing him, and so chooses not to run over, because otherwise he would have run over on his turn. But he's kind of there, like, protective of Martin behind him, kind of like fending off all these Rhyme Risen.
Absolutely. Martin stands next to you, your shield crumpled as it takes blow after blow. You're almost considering even tossing it to the side, but your flail is still crushing and smashing undead all around you. I imagine even though we haven't gotten to your turn, you are still smashing heads and kicking over undead and moving this blazing holy glory all around you. Martin firing off blasts to your left and right over your shoulders as he can, keeping close to you, back to back almost. Friends, tell me how it ends.
Well, I think Turk and I have a similar idea.
We're on the same wavelength. The War Queen Spirit is going to fly up and charge towards Vashkath. As he is focused on maintaining the new power of the spell he's just cast, I think she begins to drive the blade deep and through where his undead heart beats.
The mist dissipates and blasts all out from him as you can see his humanoid figure floating in midair, her sword going right through the middle of his chest.
I think with that last kind of moment too, as like her sword goes through the full motion, instead of ending it just with like a normal sword stance, she's going to come forward and put her other hand on his like back, on his shoulder, so the sword thrust becomes like an embrace. I don't know if we're privy to any exchange of dialogue, but
Absolutely.
I think there's, yeah.
The two of them embrace. She pushes him closer, the sword moving more through him. His hands come up and slowly grasp at her back. How poetic. She looks at him. It is difficult to have done this to you twice now, he says. It's only fitting. They had to be tested. You've seen the void that awaits, darling. Do you think they're ready? She says. Their force, their fire, their belief in each other brought even you back to me, briefly. Clearly, they are capable of the impossible. There is still so much they have to struggle through. They will lose much that they care for. I wish I could remain behind, monitor them, to fight beside them longer. They will. He touches a hand in her cheek. Only two things persist, life and death, my love. And slowly turns to dust and ash all around him, evaporating. And one by one, the undead all around you as well begin to fall and crumble to pieces, falling to dust. I will see you in whatever void awaits us, darling. And with that, her feet touch the ground.
don't know why my camera's not on. But
I got you.
It's on.
okay.
You're back.
Okay. Okay, excellent. I think I'd really like for them to kind of disappear in like a soft glow instead of something that feels so violent compared to what we were
Sure.
doing before. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think there's a moment where she turns back to face all of you. I leave this world in your care, guardians of life. Treat it well. She begins to sparkle and turn to a glittering golden dust. Suddenly, even with the battle still barely raging around you, begin to dim and quiet. Clouds begin to part. Everything appears over. And then the ground beneath you begins to shake, tremble, rumble, crack. The citadel heaves, ice and bone shattering and breaking as all around you begins to come undone.
Uh-oh.
Featherfall.
Calpurnia, without asking. Yeah, is gonna be scooping Bo up and then running
Oh.
over to Granky to grab Granky.
Featherfall as many people as I can.
I think.
How many people can you featherfall?
Us.
I am literally weightless and can cast levitate on myself. So
And you can cast Featherfall on other people once you reach third level 3.
what will D&D
I can
not
do
do
up
me?
to 5 people if other people want to carry other people.
We're just gonna pick up Martin.
Hello, Martin. Welcome to being picked up.
And Martin just, oh my. And as you scoop him up and run towards Granky, you all look over the edge and realize it is, of course, several hundred feet down to the ground. And, well, you make the preparations to jump, face each other, knowing, well, you're probably okay, given, I forget how Featherfall works. How does Featherfall work again?
Descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends, which is it's a full minute. So they make it down fully just fine. And they land on their feet.
Yeah,
As soon as they land on their feet, the spell ends.
you don't take fall damage.
Absolutely.
Is the
Yeah, no
important
fall
part.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get everyone with it?
So if it's 5 people, we have 5 people here and then 3 extras. If 3 people are carrying,
I can also cast it, so we have 10 covered. 10
okay, yeah, we got more than enough for everybody.
Okay, I was gonna say if someone can't take it, I can take maximum.
You can't take it.
So I'm fine.
Well,
I got it.
let's do things this way, friends. As I'm gonna do a little bit of a moment here. We follow our Caladriai, leaping from the side of the building as the Pallid Citadel begins to crumble and collapse all around them. I would imagine the camera slowly pans up as you all slowly drift down before slowly turning to black and fading away. And I'm going to do a couple of things here. But before I do those things, before I do them, I would like to give you all, I guess you'd say, a bit of a treat. Let's say it's something you've earned. We will see the aftermath of the session. We will see the remainder of what remains. We will see this epilogue, if you will, played out in one last Tuesday. So if you would all join us, you might see the closing chapter of this story. The battle is over, the war won, but there is still more to learn. And thus, if you are comfortable, friends, I'd ask you to join me one last time for another episode of A Good Death.
Oh my god, we got another one!
Got another one. We did
Sacrifice
it.
Cranky.
No.
But the second thing is something I'd like to announce very briefly. And I'm going to do this now because we're actually going to do a bit of an outro-less ending, so you can get look at a nice full long outro at the next episode. But I have a couple of things that I'm going to briefly give to you guys. First, I want to give a lovely thanks to my players for their incredible effort in a wonderful and grueling boss fight, which you all charged your way through. Marvelous work. Secondly, I want to prepare you all for what comes next. I know it's been a long wait with many interruptions coming, but if you are not prepared for our epilogue, you have the opportunity to catch the entirety of the A Good Death story over on the YouTube playlist and in the Allies Roleplay YouTube, which you can find attached to our social media link in chat right about here and now. But if for some reason just seeing all of our faces on screen isn't enough for you, and you need to feel properly immersed in the story of A Good Death, then I have a very, very special announcement to make for you. Due to the incredible and incomparable talents of one of our very own, we are proud to give you A Good Death presented in the form of a graphic comic novel, a visual aesthetic for the eyes, following the story of the Caladriai and Antalea as they fight the war against Vashketh, brought to you by the incredible artistic talent of the one and only Nora Meld. It's been a long time coming, and she's been working on it so fucking hard with so much difficulty getting in the way, but absolutely still making this incredible piece of artwork. And I think you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you don't check it out. A link is posted to it in the chat if you'd like to take a moment to look at it. It will be pinned at the top of this for the remainder of our time we're hanging on stream. And if you are otherwise unaware of it, it will be tweeted and available in the online server by tomorrow morning. Please check it out. If you don't mind me giving such an abrupt ending, I think the last thing that I'll say here is that this has been Allies Roleplay. We have been A Good Death, and you have all been absolutely incredible. Thank you for your time and patience tonight, and we'll see you all on a future Tuesday. Take care of yourselves.